Change the background, yeah. Now we're ready to go. I need zombie this morning. Need to hear zombie real quick. We need to talk about zombie pig people. We need to talk about a whole bunch of things. Ooh, we got to talk about cannabis in the early church. And we need to talk about something else in there. Oh, my troublers. Good morning, good morning. And oh yeah, I'm banned on Facebook, so that's not happening again. We knew it was coming. They did the right thing. I tell them all the time, y'all do the right thing. When you turn people off, hang on, let me share it. Oh, this is my lady. The cranberries. The cake and I don't know the words though. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. Violence, something, some. Oh, there you go. The words. Who are we mistaken? I might sing this one, but you see, it's not me. It's them damn piggies. Cause y'all didn't watch Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds make technology. They not gonna stop. It's not gonna happen. Neuralink. Well, we gotta talk about the 3-pig experiment. 3-pig experiment. 3-pig demonstration. Did y'all see it? And why I got kicked off Facebook? Cause Hitler. Cause you're not supposed to talk about New World Order. And Alex Jones was right. Zombie, zombie, piggy zombie, a zombie, 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 oink, 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 oink. I'm sorry. Wait. I need to put background in. Oink, oink, doo doo doo, oink, oink. Y'all gonna recognize this, old people. Oink, oink. Did y'all see his Neuralink experiment? That's a bunch of stuff I gotta talk about. Doo doo. Who's that? Max? Hey, welcome back to YouTube. I never left YouTube, Max. I always been here. They let me back about a week ago, but then they threw me off Facebook. You know what? I might even look at that post. It's crazy. It's the world we live in, people. It's the world we live in. If it's true, it's gonna get deleted. So y'all remember the pig people from Twilight Zone? Pig people. This is what. So Elon did an experiment. I mean, he did a review of Neuralink. And oh my gosh, does it all fit together? Oh my God, we gotta look at that. They are fighting with their banks and their banks and their banks and their banks and their debt to control humanity. Now let me post the link so people know that we're over here. Zombie, what's in your head? New World Order supporters. It's the Fourth Reich. You need to stop oinking. Somebody's calling me, hold on. Ooh, just oink, 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 oink. Stop being pigs. All right, there we go. Copy this and put it on Facebook. And ooh, we can share this to Twitter. Ooh, let's see if we can share it to Twitter. I'm on Twitter still. That's why everybody left. That's why all my friends left Facebook. Hang on, what is this? Cujo, no, that's the wrong title. Let me see, wrong title. Nope, fix this on Twitter. Boom. What is the title? I don't know if that's not the title, that's the link. What's the title? Zombie pig people race. Yes, because Hitler wants to do the master race and New World Order wants to make the pig race. Piggy. We got this. I'm gonna show you. It doesn't make any sense to you. Yeah, it'll make sense to you in a minute. All right, there we go. Zombie pig. Let me copy the title. Zombie pig people race. That's what they want to make us. They want to make us pigs. They think we're pigs. They think you a pig. And everything is about controlling the human race since the beginning of time. Controlling the human race, that's it. Controlling the human race, just focus on that. Do not agree and go along with people who want to control you. But, hang on. Let me see, where else can I share it? That's Twitter. That's pretty neat. I didn't know they had that function. Who was that? John B? Good morning, John B. No. Oh, look at that. I'm getting good with technology. I ran away from this stuff. Yeah. And I'm tattletelling on the nerds today while I'm trying to share this out. Let me see, Twitter, what is this? Blogger, I'm not over there. Reddit, I think I'm over there, I don't know my password. Tumblr, nope, not over there. Pinterest, I don't even log in no more. VK, we're already on. Well, it should be live on VK now. LinkedIn, what else is this? I'm not on LinkedIn. Yeah, I am, but that was back when I was a criminal. LinkedIn is for criminal profiles. I still have a LinkedIn profile, but that was for criminal activity when I was a service delivery manager in IT, which is why I want to talk about Elon Musk engineering from a perspective I understand. I don't have a profile on LinkedIn. That's criminal behavior, criminal activity. No, I gave up that life and decided to buy an old car, which broke down on me this morning. Well, she didn't break down, but the pony, she threw a shoe. She was just like, well, she didn't throw a shoe in this analogy. I was galloping to work and she decided that she just wanted to do her own thing. She decided she was not a slave and you hit the gas pedal and wanted to go the other way. And I think it's the alternator. It's the alternator, some bad wiring. That's what happens. This is why people don't buy old cars. This is the reason right here. Is the reason because slavery is more convenient. It's more convenient to buy slave-made technology purchased from nations that we blow up and steal their minerals than buying an old car that you got to fix with. It's inconvenient. But I'm not here for my convenience. I'm here not for my convenience. I'm here to be inconvenienced. We have problems to fix, people, and it does not come from supporting slavery. I don't need a new car, so I'm not going to buy a new car. And I'm not shaming anybody who buys a new car. That is not my thing. Like I told a sister this morning, she said, I got to show you something. Hold on. But she said she was voting third party. I said, you know what? Yeah, that's what I did too. I voted for Democrats once, and I realized they was crooks and criminals. I voted for Republicans. I realized they were crooks and criminals. All they believed in was taking rights and fighting the republic, fighting democracy, which I don't believe in democracy anymore. Democrats fought democracy. The Republicans fought the republic, and so I voted third party. I tried that for a minute because I thought it was a protest vote, and I realized that they don't really give two damns about your third party vote. They don't really care. And the last stop I made is where I am today, which is I just don't believe in slavery no more. I don't believe in slavery. I don't think we should be these people. I don't think we should be pig slaves. So there's so much on my mind. So much on my mind. Good morning, Rebecca Costello. Good to see you over here on YouTube. What do I got to do? I have to click this. And we're going to jump into it. You will never stop nerds from creating technology, people. It's never going to happen. You will never stop it. I got to put my boys on blast real quick. Here goes my crew right here. Y'all remember these people? Lambda Mu? Y'all remember Lambda Mu? You will never stop Lambda Mu. It's not going to happen. Because when billionaires are paying, it means nerds, they're going to get their revenge. And right now they got that Neuralink, they're going to get their revenge. And one more person. Negan. Did y'all see The Walking Dead last night? What a fantastic, fantabulous show. I don't know where to put this. Let me see, where will I put Negan? I'll leave him right here for a minute. Put him over here. Little pig, let me in. That's how he got down. All right, here we go. Good morning, Andrea. That was my favorite scene on The Walking Dead. Did y'all see that last night? He changed the music. My favorite scene last night was revealing that Negan is a hero. Negan is a hero. He was not a hero. But he did his job then, and he's doing his job now. We are all Negan. We need to do, I think I did a video called We're All Negan. We are all Negan. We become our environments. And if you were one of the kids in Negan's, in his group, you'd be happy with the people that he killed to keep you safe. You were in Rick's group, you'd be happy with the people he killed to keep you safe. And so Negan now is the hero, but the truth is Negan's always been a hero. He's a little bit of a psychopath because everybody who wants to lead people is psychopathic to me. I don't know why anybody would want to lead people. But we all become products of our environment. So we're all Negan. And Negan did his job. Not only did Negan did his job, The criminal billionaires around this planet are also doing their job. They're 100% doing their job. The nerds are doing their job. They're creating great, fantastic, fantabulous technology to control the human race, to turn us all to pigs. Let's put Negan over here. Everybody's doing their job but us. Right? You can't stop technology from coming. All you can do is make sure technology is utilized for the human population. That's all you can do. But the nerds gonna keep making the technology. I know, because I'm a nerd. I just don't nerd as much as I used to. I don't nerd as much as I used to. Now I gotta replace that daggone alternator. But hey, life is not supposed to be convenient. I'm one or both fine. What's that? Facebook just did his job. Yeah, they did their job. They did their job. Well, so Facebook is they get their funds, well, not their funds, some of their funds, or they get their freedoms from, what is that, the Global Alliance? It's either the Global Alliance or Aleutian Alliance. I keep forgetting which one. I think one is from Stargate and the other one is in the real world, although Stargate is probably more of a real world show than the news. I think it's Global Alliance, the Global Alliance. They do their fact checking, right? And so it was an old post. Who was that? Bofon. It was an old post. But this is what we did in corporate America. In fact, the funny part is this kind of fits in too. Remember I told you in corporate America, nothing is secret. Like, you don't have any secrets on their equipment. You're on their equipment. There are no secrets. Here goes a post right here. Although they deleted the post, and like a special person I am, I reposted it this morning. So, but I thought about it and I was just like, wait a minute. They said you can't see the repost, and you just went back and reposted the post. They're gonna take the next steps. You're not even gonna be able to post on Facebook. So I chopped it up. But here was the post right here. Here was the post right. And first of all, let's be clear. I do not blame Facebook. Facebook is doing their job. If I were Facebook, I would do my job. Their job is to silence dissenters to the election system. Because the election system is a part of the New World Order, which is a part of the people who are controlling the human race globally through all these corporations we call governments. Here was the post. What did the post say? Something like, all Hitler wanted to do was create a new world order. And of course, at the bottom, I posted a link for newworldorder.org. I shouldn't have done that. I got that now. I'm not the brightest light in the fixture, not the fastest pony in the herd. But after a while, I get it. So I reposted it, and I'm sure I'll get in trouble for it, but that's okay. That's my job. I got to do my job. Are you doing your job? That's really what it comes down to. Are you doing your job? The billionaires are doing their job. Elon Musk is doing his job. The nerds are doing their job, creating all the technology to control us because they want hot pockets and cars and houses, and they want to be able to eat. They are doing what they know how to do best. Me, I escaped the system because I'm a nerd, but I like plants a lot more. I like growing stuff. I'm a grower. I can sit outside. I can meditate in front of my pond for years. Years. I love doing it. Most nerds don't do that. Most nerds, you get them on outside and you get bit by a mosquito, they're gonna cry or something, run inside. But damn it, they sure will make some technology, unless it's their mosquito technology. Drone technology. So here was the post. I'll tell you what I meant by it. What I mean, in case anybody's offended, because I'm not trying to offend nobody. And by the way, this is not why I got booted off of Facebook. That is not the reason why. The reason why is because they said they were going to. They said they were going to. They said during the election, we're going to delete certain people or remove certain people and prevent them from posting because we need to stop the what is it, dissenting against the election or election. What do they call that stuff that Russia didn't do that they say Russia did? Not dissenting, something about, I don't know, not making people happy about the election, you know? And I'm not happy about the election. I'm not sad about it. I just don't really care about it. Last year, I think I went about 10 hours without knowing who won the American election, the United States Incorporated election, which is a small division of international banking and the Crown Corporation. I went almost 10 hours without knowing who won the election. This year, I'm gonna try to top it. I'm gonna try to go 24, if not 48 hours and not know who runs this damn criminal corporation. I'm gonna do my best, see if I can make it. Election, right. So yeah, but no, if you want to vote, I think you should go vote. I'm not dissenting against the election. That's just, I'm trying to do my job. My job based on the information I have and what I've known and what I've seen. Voting for the United States Incorporated is a bad idea. They don't care if I vote left, right, third party, or abstain. They just want me to be in the system. I want out the system. I'm dissenting against the system. But if you feel that you need to get out there and get your vote on, go ahead and do it. I suspect we're going to find out, though. I suspect we're going to find out more about the controlled opposition y'all call Donald Trump in the coming days. Now that he's better from the cuckoo virus and he's out, now you're going to find out a little bit of the real story, how power and money control the world, not emotions and identities. So yeah, I don't have any interest in voting. And so, right, so the whole point of this post, which is funny, let me go up, which is funny to me, I violated this, so I can't go live for 60 days because you've been a bad Negro, be a Negro. I'm like, I don't want to be, I'm a god, I don't want to be your slave. This is because you previously posted something that didn't follow community standards. Remember when I told you that in corporate America, we don't delete anything? We save everything, every email, every text message. If you use Yahoo Messenger or whatever you use on our equipment, we save everything. It's backed up and sent off site in case we need to come back and fire you 10 years later. We'll use it. We just want to get rid of you for some reason. We'll save that information and get rid of you. I watched this happen throughout most of my career. We didn't delete anything. So of course, Facebook held on. I think I posted this almost a year ago. The post was so old, I don't even remember it. And all Hitler did is he wanted to make a new world order. And we need to be careful about organizations and individuals now who also think they're doing the right thing and getting behind them because we think they're doing the right thing or we think it's the right thing. It was done by force, violence, tanks, guns, bombs, and the biggest weapon on the planet is banks and debt. If it's done with force, because the #1 killer on the planet is poverty, the most violent thing you can do to someone is impoverish them. That's the whole purpose of the banks. I gotta bring my comments up over here because that screen is weird. So, of course, the whole point of the post, and I shouldn't have put the link to newworldorder.org at the bottom, but I did, and that's probably what got me flagged. And so they held the post for a year, however long they held it. Now it's election time. They need to shut people up before the election. They need you to be on the right or the left or third party. They do not want you saying this is the United States Incorporated. They don't want you talking about dissenting. They need you to go along with the New World Order. So for me, this is just further evidence that I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right position. You're being banned and shadow banned and shut down by these criminal corporations. You're probably doing something right. Where we go from here? Right. So I don't even want to talk about that. This is just, to me, it's just like common sense, or it should be, right? Everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. Negan thought he was doing the right thing. Everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. You got to do your job. Doesn't matter if you think you're doing the right thing. Are you using banks, debt, tanks, bombs, jets, drones to do it? If you are, you're doing the wrong thing. I can tell you that. You're doing the wrong thing. Like Negan, you need to go from being that Negan to the Negan we saw last night. Saving people. That's what you need to do. Save people. Negan was not wrong. Negan did his job. He evolved. And he took on a greater community to use his skill set to psychopathy to help people more. That's just Elon. I'm gonna do comments first. I want to show you Elon Musk. Because we got to talk about Neuralink. That's actually what this is all about. It's about Neuralink. Everybody's doing their job but us. And I've been saying this for the longest time. The technology will get made. It's just a tool. It's either going to benefit you or can enslave you and make pig people out of you. Welcome back. Right? Yeah. Good morning, Rebecca, Andrea, Beaufont, Christine. Hey, not on Facebook? Nope, not on Facebook. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Bert. Gerard is an okra loving nerd. I am not first of all, Bert, How you block on YouTube? Is it possible to block people on YouTube? I've never done this before. Nah, I wouldn't block nobody. So on Okra, let me show you an Okra post. Somebody tagged, who's that, Bert Johnson? Somebody tagged me in an Okra post not 5 minutes ago. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this criminal activity right here. It's somebody, I don't know what Stacy was thinking. She must have been doing some of that early church cannabis, which I want to talk about too. Yeah, we got to talk about that because they found that evidence in May in Israel that the early churches did not have incense in the incense holders. You know how the little guy, what's that thing called where the guy walked down the aisle and he's got the incense, they got the little kid to do it, the little kids, they abuse him. That was not incense. It was the early church was not, they found the residue. They found the residue. You know what was in that? Psychedelics, mostly cannabis, okay? Cannabis. The early churches had cannabis going. But this, and that led me into a whole, oh my goodness. Somebody posted, Robert posted something that led me into a whole, who's the mushroom guy? The mushroom psychedelic guy? Watching his videos most of Saturday while I was trying to get the radio working in the Pony. Which I didn't get working because Nissan likes to ground everything as opposed to using ground. They like to ground everything on the chassis, which gives a lot of engine noise, but that's nerd stuff I know you don't care about. What the hell is Stacy thinking? Look at it. Slow and ready wins the race. And I thank you. Yes, Stacy, and you're right. Slow and ready does win the race. Absolutely true. But putting okra on the frog's head is not going to, that's not going to speed him up nor slow him down. That's going to give him a rash. So I don't do okra, but Bert, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okra is not bad as a topical. Probably works topically. You can use it in lotion, some creams, does something. It's a natural, it's nature. Nothing Bill Gates is working on is natural or in nature. But you're not gonna put no okra in me. No, sir. Not gonna put it on me neither. I have bunions, Bert, on my feet, big as that frog right there. And the okra ain't gonna help that. Ain't gonna help it, and they're gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it worse. So no, I don't do no okra. No, sir. No, sir. Not me. Not now. Not how. Not on a train. Not on a plane. Not with a goat. Not by a boat. Not with Bill Gates. Not with the left nor the right. Or the new black people voted for Trump. Did y'all see them? People surprised by that. They're like, oh my gosh, black people are voting for Trump. And I was like, I'm not surprised. And that post didn't surprise me because they had a get together. Where was that? Michigan? Massachusetts somewhere. Blacks for Trump, something. They got together, had some dinner, spaghetti and some stuff, and told you why. Told you why. We can look at that too. And I'm not surprised because I know a whole bunch of black people that vote for Trump. They voted for him the first time, and I think pretty much all of them gonna vote for him this time around. You know, I'm all for solutions. I'm all for people switching sides. Switch side. You know, when people switch sides, it means that you're learning something. And so the fact that you got a bunch of people from the Democrats voting for Republicans, they're figuring out that they're in the wrong spot. It's good to know you're in the wrong spot. Like a frog boiling water, you got to hop. It's good to know, hop. But don't hop into another boiling, don't hop into another pan. You know, people moving forward, you know, learning is a great thing. And because I did that hop thing till I finally realized I'm gonna stop hotting in hot pans. I'm gonna get the hell off the oven. The United States Incorporated, it has to go. This global empire needs to come to an end. Because did y'all see the last Corbett video? They're talking about agrarian lifestyles. And oh, Christine, is Christine still here? Christine, oh my goodness, this woman, she blew me. She had my mind going for about damn near 24 hours just thinking about it. Christine said in Belgium, one day they lost their government. I don't know where they put it. Somebody put it in their pocket, maybe some lint. Maybe it went back to hell where it once thing came. But they said they lost the government for almost 2 years. And Christine was like, yeah, we lost the government. Now nobody knows where we put it. Nobody knows why it was here. And it took us a while to realize it wasn't even there. This idea that we don't actually need a government. People don't. People don't. People actually don't. And Belgium's a good example. You don't need a ruler. You don't need a leader. You don't need to be led around nor ruled. All you need to do is share with your neighbors and great things happen. You don't need anyone to tell you what to go do, where to go, when to go there, and how to get back, which is why we got to get into Neuralink as soon as I do the rest of these comments. Ooh, and then we got to talk about, what's that place? What is the, oh my gosh, did y'all see the last Joe Rogan? Not the last one. Did y'all see the Joe Rogan from the dude who wrote this book? Hold on. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to show y'all. I don't think we got time. I don't think. Ooh, and Dale Wigington. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Before we get to Neuralink, I'm gonna go down my timeline. There's too many. I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. Cause y'all post great stuff here, and I'm sitting here, you know, working on stuff, doing things in the garden, and I'm like listening to it. Y'all post. This would be like a news release, cause all my posts are public anyway. So if you don't want to be public, don't post nothing on my page. Don't make any comments. I will never hide my posts. Oh, look at that! I'm down to 4,996 friends. That means 4 people this weekend decided to do the right thing. They decided they don't want to have open discussions. Get the hell off my page. I'm all for open discussions. I have no issue with the Klan. I have no issue with white nationalists. I got no issue with Trump voters. I got no issue with Green Party. I have no issue with Black Panthers. I got no issue with Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, or matter don't even matter. The hippies and the flat earthers. I'm good with everybody, because the only way we learn is we got to encompass more. We have to have more sense, which means you have to sense more people, realize you would be them if you were in their shoes. They all think they're doing the right thing, and you will never have consciousness hiding from sense. Everybody thinks that they're in their senses and they're doing the right thing. That's what the Nazis did. And that's why I ain't on Facebook no more. But I can't live stream. So this was great. Dane Wigington. If y'all aren't on geoengineering.org, if you're worried about California, you got some loved ones out there. If you're worried about the waters rising, the heat going up, populations expanding, leaving from the Congo, and things that are happening, and the earth's lungs being burned up in Brazil, then you need to pay attention to Dane. If you've not been to geoengineering.org, but you go to abc.com or abcns.com or fox.com, then you don't know anything what's going on with why all the weather is changing. I'm gonna play the first few seconds of this. I just want you the first few seconds, because this was off. Like Dane always takes it there. And this wasn't even Dane talking. This is somebody else talking.
Joe Biden ever
hang on.
prompter during local interviews or to answer Q&A?
Oh, stop. Wait, campaign ad. I like these. You know what what's your favorite campaign ad? My favorite campaign ad is the one with the black people voting for Jive and Bowden. And people who vote, they're doing it because they think they're helping. They want to fix things. I'm good with everybody who wants to fix things. I'm not good with people who want everything to stay the damn same. I'm not a samer. But I'm fine with whatever you think the solution is. So I like to watch the campaign ads. My favorite campaign ad is for Jive and Bowden with the black people, and they're sitting at the barbershop. Have y'all seen that one? They keep playing it to me because it's racist. They keep looking at my metadata, realizing that I got brown skin, so they think I want to see this trash. They're sitting in a barbershop and they're talking. And and they're just talking about, yeah, we got to get in the game in this one because this is the problem. We got to get in the game, brothers. You can't stay on the side. I done been many barbershops in my life before the age of 14, because then I learned how to cut my own damn hair and decided not to give people criminals my money. No barbershop. I've never heard any politics being discussed in barbershops. That's not what we talk about. Unless things have changed and men have changed. The only thing we talked about was women. That's the only reason I like going to the barbershop, because it talked about women. Well, women in sports. That was the only thing in American barbershops. That's all they talked about. At the commercial, they were talking about getting in the game. We got to vote for Biden. We got to make sure that we can't sit on the sidelines, brothers. We got to get in the game. And I'm just sitting like, yeah, no, that actually is the problem. The problem is they're playing a game on you and you're going along with the game. Stop playing the game. It's time to change the game. Don't fight to drive the machine, rage against the machine. Don't fight to own the power, fight the power. That's my stance, but I'm fine with them brothers too. So I like to watch campaign ads.
With support.
What will your administration do to help them give them that chance?
Move it up here.
Oh, dang it. It got me. Did you see that? Dang it. Advertisement. It said don't skip. I thought I was supposed to click the right thing. Oh, goodness gracious. Lord have mercy. How do you make this go away? Oh, there's the X. Look at that. No, you can't even click the X. See, this is why advertising is criminal. I can't click the X. Isn't that an X right there? My eyes is getting. All right, I can't. Oh, you know what that is? You criminals. That's a part of the video. I thought that was a pop-up ad. See this how this y'all sneaky little bastards. That's a pop. It's not a banner. They made it look like a banner. It's not. It takes you to their election. It's a game. Everybody's gaming. It's a game and everybody's gaming. Try not to get gamed.
You know, there used to be a basic part.
Joe Biden possibly, reading his responses from a teleprompter.
Social distancing and wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house. I never fail to do it. Now, one day, on day one,
Says Joe Biden.
First of all politicians read from teleprompters called banking, bankers, international currency manipulators, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, pharmaceutical industry. Every politician I've ever known in my life all stated to me that at the higher levels, you have teleprompters that come through conduits of lobbyism, telephone calls. Sometimes the lobbyists come right down there and knock on their door. And what runs the United States Incorporated is money and power, not politics and identity. The warmness in my heart for Donald Aloysius Trump is just the fact that he's funny and he's revealing to you things that you need to see. We all need to see, but I can't vote for him because if I have a religion, it's called Jesus Christ was my teacher, and Jesus Christ said I ain't supposed to have nothing to do with people dropping bombs, shooting people, using debt and banks to make people poor, money changing at the highest levels. I can't have anything to do with that.
Ever used a teleprompter during local interviews?
They all use
to answer
teleprompters.
Q&A.
It's trying to distract the American people.
Can you say yes or no, Brett?
And of course, Bowden uses teleprompters. All right, or early church incense. They spiked it. Let me go back. And they used to spike the beard too. I just want to show you.
It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite.
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Who is that? Who's talking? Somebody making weather satellites. Who's making weather satellites?
It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer.
Excuse me?
And ultimately to control the weather. And
excuse me?
it lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite.
Oh.
That will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer.
Determining the world's cloud layer. Wow! What could that do? Who is this young gentleman? And this must have been, this must be a video from the future. This must be a video from the future when we learn how to change climates.
And ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
He who controls the weather will control the world. And isn't that what they've always been up to? And just outside of my jokes, that was your president, Lyndon Johnson. Well, he's the United States Incorporated president, Lyndon Johnson. And he told you back, and I guess that was, what was that, 60 something? 63, he told you back then that we had the ability to make weather satellites to control global cloud cover. He who controls the cloud cover controls the food and the climate, which means that they control the world. The problem is they play around with that stuff, controlling the planet, which is why I got kicked off of Facebook live streaming, because that's all Hitler wanted to do, was to control the planet. He thought he had some good ideas. They were all bad ideas. Not that his ideas were bad, but how he implemented them. Controlling people, leading people, confusing people, giving them perspectives in isolated silos to get them to agree to do foul things to people. Same thing the New World Order does, same thing that American schools do, same thing the Pledge of Allegiance does, same thing Britain does, same thing China does, Canada, and that was the whole purpose of the Post. Nobody should rule the world. No one should control the world. The world needs to be free. Do not allow, you know what, I'm gonna go back to their policy. I don't know how that all just fit in, but it just fit in. I'm gonna go back to their policy. Their policy says you being bad and This post goes against our standards on dangerous individuals and organizations, so no one else can see it. But the Democrats and Republicans got posts all over. Democrats and Republicans got posts all over the internet, all over Facebook, and they're dangerous. Dangerous. All right. That's why I don't vote. I have no interest in the United States Incorporated because they murder, kill people, and they're working with Neuralink. Let's go to Neuralink. I got to show you Neuralink. Because they're trying to make us zombies. That's what I was singing this morning. Zombie! Oh, here comes another ad. Ooh, I want to watch it though. It's important to watch the ads because they tell you what not to do. Whatever's on the ad, just don't do it. Whatever. They must have heard me. Yep. Here we go. Don't do it. Don't use GPS. Don't use Google. Nope. Don't use Google Maps because they save that data to know where you went, who you went with, why you went there, when you came back. And eventually they're going to put Neuralink in you to be able to control.
If you see your state, you can request your ballot for the 2020 election by mail
do not
online.
Request a
it
damn
takes
thing.
just 2 minutes to do it right.
I don't believe thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not colonize people with the IMF and Confessions of Economic Hitmen. This is Neuralink right here. This is interesting. Yes, YouTube will disappear also, Christine. That's coming.
All right, welcome to the Neuralink product demo. I'm really excited to show you what we've got. I think it's gonna blow your mind.
Oh, yes.
So the prime...
Literally, it's gonna blow your mind. He's not lying about that. However, he's not gonna stop. He's doing what his passion tells him to do. Elon Musk is doing his job. I don't do Elon Musk hate. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. The only people not doing what they're supposed to do is us, the global populations. This technology could do amazing things. Wait to see what this machine does. Do y'all know what this machine? Remember, I posted a while back. I didn't get in trouble for this one. I posted a while back. I said, no matter what you do, we make robots and software that can do it better. No matter what you do, we can do it better. No matter what, except for love and maybe creativity. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. Love and creativity. And people are like, yeah, doctors and nurses, and yeah, you can't do my job. You can. Wait till you find out what this sucker can do.
The primary purpose of this demo is actually recruiting. So I'm going to emphasize this at the beginning and then again at the end. We're not trying to raise money or do anything else. The main purpose of this is to convince great people to come work at Neuralink and help us bring the product to fruition, make it affordable and reliable, and such that anyone who wants one can have one. And so I want to emphasize the purpose of Neuralink. Like, what's our goal? Our goal is to solve important spine and brain problems with a seamlessly implanted device.
The public-facing goal, not the purpose of the 0.01% that's allowing him to doing that, and to help him do that.
So you want to have a device that you can basically put in your head and feel and look totally normal, but it solves some important problem in your brain or spine. And the reality is that almost everyone over time will develop brain and spine problems.
I'm gonna pause here because I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Yeah, I just want to make a couple points and show you a few things from it. So one, well, you should go watch it, but I'll post the link. Almost everybody has neurological problems over time, so we need a generalized brain device that is reliable and affordable. And this is why I guarantee you it's gonna happen. You're making it and it's gonna get installed in you. Not in me. In you, not in me. I'm not gonna live that long. They're gonna go ahead and kill me first. Because people want this. Don't you want people with memory loss to be able to re-access those memories? Neuralink can do that. Depression, Neuralink can just turn off the things that make you depressed. They can hide. Remember we're in a Black Mirror episode? We are in a Black Mirror episode. Please keep up. Anxiety, make it go away. Hearing loss, they can turn your hearing right back on and give you some new ears. Insomnia, they can put you to sleep or wake you up whenever they want. And by they, I don't mean you, I mean they. Addiction, they can get rid of that too. They can just turn off that thing. that makes you need that early church cannabis. Blindness, they can make you see again. Extreme pain, they can just turn off the pain receptors and you don't feel nothing, because all pain is your body telling you don't do this. This is a bad idea. Strokes, they can stop them. Paralysis, seizures, and brain damage. Everybody wants technology that can do that. So it's going to happen, but that's not how it's going to be utilized. Technology is not a bad thing. It's all about implementation. Here's the Neuralink architecture, goes in your brain, which, by the way, this big machine right here, this is what installs it. This is your doctor. This is the fun part. Let me see, where's he talking? Where's the doctor? Right here. Here go the doctor. Here go the doctor. They say, no, you can't, but the machines can't be a doctor. The machines will be the doctors of the future. All right, this thing has to be installed with precision. Why? Because it pulls in neural data, and people can't do that. Dang it, here come another ad.
Electrodes. We'll talk more about that later. Then the device replaces the portion of the skull that was removed. And we
Yeah, that's the trade that made me $5,000.
Is that the CVS trade I told you to take?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
All right, don't do that. You should not be trading. The digital dollar is coming, and Russia's not going to sit back and accept that. Russia's not going to sit back and accept to be pushed to the back of the seat, the rupee, to get pushed to the back of the bus again. China ain't going to go back to the back of the bus either with the yuan. Right? They're not going to go for the digital dollar if it's going to keep the Americans on top of the United States Incorporated on top of everything, which is why they're bringing America to its knees. Which was interesting too, because weird things are happening. This is Michigan? I think Michigan opened up. Michigan opened. I think what happened in Michigan is they determined everything about the lockdown was unconstitutional, so everything is null and void. I think it was Michigan, so they're 100% open up again. So that's like 7 or 8, 7. How many states are totally open? They're bringing you to your knees. They're starving you. Anybody who still thinks that this is about a cuckoo virus, you need to catch the hell up, because the cure is attached to this. And this is why Bill Gates is involved in what he is, and he's out of computers, because you are the computer. You are the laptop. You are being made into an android, and they'll require it along with your cure.
We basically close that up with actually super glue, which is how a lot of wounds are closed. And then you can just walk around right afterwards. It's pretty cool. So this is our surgical robot.
Surgical robot can save grandma.
We actually ultimately want this robot to do essentially the entire surgery. So in everything from incision, removing the skull, inserting the electrodes, placing the device, and then closing things up and having you ready to leave. So we want to have a fully automated system.
A fully automated system. Does anybody get a vision of the Matrix? Little human babies are born, and before you even anybody sees you, just already got your plant implanted so it can control you and know everything about you.
And to be clear, this robot does actually work. We've used it for all of the implantations.
Public facing. This is not future technology. This is here, and when they tell you about it, it means that they're 10 years ahead of it.
Well, is Gertrude still back in the thing? Okay.
I gotta show you Gertrude. Dang it! Another one. Don't do this, whatever it is. Support businesses. Well, no, damn it. Support, yes. Support businesses near you. Do not support them through megalomaniacs corporations. Now, here's Gertrude. This is a good example. So this is the part where he's showing you the demonstration. This is where we got the pigs from to try and make you pigs. And they got get the pigs out of the back pen into the front pen. The front pen where you got these big massive probes that take in that 4+1 data.
Yeah.
And Gertrude don't want to go. She ain't having it.
Oh, the beauty of live demos. This is real live demo. Now, maybe we can zoom in to the Gertrude or something. She's clearly very interested in something at the back of her pen.
Yeah. She's interested in something at the back of her pen. See, she got to come forward to the front of the pen so they can do the demonstration. And these are 3 little pigs, by the way, which is why the whole Negan thing. Little pig, let me in. And Gertrude was like, oh, hell no, not by the hairs of my chinny chin. That's who we need to be. We need to be Gertrude. Be the Gertrude. Gertrude ain't having it. Like, nope, you ain't putting that in me. Or not putting it in. It's already in me and I know what it is. And they're trying to coax her. Come on, Gertrude, here's some food. Come on. Yeah, come on, Gertrude. Here's your cure. Come on, Gertrude. Here's your cell phone. Come on, Gertrude. It's some money.
All right.
Gertrude, here's your stimulus. Come on, Gertrude. You can come on. You can do it. Come on, girl. Come on. Freedom ain't all that fun.
It's gonna take a sec.
It's gonna take a sec. Yeah.
Well, this worked earlier.
It worked earlier. We fooled Gertrude, but Gertrude ain't being fooled now. You feel like you're Gertrude, the human race? This is what we need to be doing. Like, hell no, we ain't going to the front of the pen. You don't need to. I like freedom. I don't need you controlling me. Come on, Gertrude. Gertrude says she ain't still. Gertie still ain't going, but Gertie's right in the back. And he giving up, getting frustrated. Get that damn pig, get that damn human to the front of this thing.
If we lift the curtain and then zoom in.
What if we lift the curtain and zoom in? Can we do that? No. Now you got to bring her forward to the 5G area of the cage. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Great. Okay. Great.
Woo! Okay, we got Gertrude in. Whew. All right, let's get it going. Got away from that freedom. She got her mask on.
This is a
Hear that?
high energy.
Oh, you can't see it.
All right.
Hang on. Here is the data coming in. It's important that you see this. Remember that sound? Outside of the fact that's annoying, this is you. This is what's going on in your brain. Literally reading your brain, reading your thoughts.
Thanks for coming out. So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neuralink in Gertrude's head. So this Neuralink connects to neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she snuffles around and touches something with her snout, that sends out neural spikes, which are detected here. And so on the screen, you can see each of the spikes from the 1,024 electrodes. And then if she snuffles around, touches her snout in the ground, or you kind of feed her some food, pigs love food, then you can see the neurons will fire much more than when you're not touching the snout.
That's you. That's you. That's what I'm showing. That's you. That's you talking to your 0.01%. They will know where you go, what you do, who you do it with, why you're doing it, where you're doing it. This is just reading data. And you watch the whole thing. I found this to be highly interesting that they use pigs and the big bad wolf scenario. And they can read all your information. Neuralink. So remember, go back, was it 2 years ago? We looked at that software where they actually can produce a picture from brain scans. They can produce a video of what you actually see. This is the new world. This is the world we're going in. Technology is not bad because you can use this to get people to walk again with prosthetics. You can use this to help people. It's coming. You're not going to stop it. The only thing we can determine is whether it's utilized for us, for the human race, or to control the entire global population, which is why I'm not on Facebook, because Hitler thought he was doing the right thing and he wasn't doing the right thing. But people got behind him because they didn't understand the principles of force and violence.
Here.
Which is basically politics.
All right, so we just showed you a demonstration of reading brain activity. And,
hang on, I gotta say something real quick too, because, so yes, he showed you the example of reading brain activity. So be able to see what you're seeing, know where you're going, what you're doing, how many times a day you do this, what you're eating, if you're happy what you saw, advertisement, big corporations, what you saw in the grocery store aisle. So that whole world is coming. You're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop lambda. Remember, you're not going to stop nerds from doing it. We do this stuff because we love to do it. Now, whether or not it's used to help you or enslave you or make you a mind control piggy, that's up to you. That's up to you. But we're not going to stop doing it. You know, people with passions will never stop. All you can do is redirect where their passions go. So that's the reading brain activity. I have to let you know that every module doesn't come, and he says it later on, doesn't come with a read only. It's read write. Read write. Okay, so it's not read only, it's all read and write. And ask yourself why.
I did it.
Did you?
To me, Trump is a freaking godsend.
See, look. I had to pause the ad. I want to show y'all the clip from the Black Trump meeting with the people thing, people with the people, Black people for Trump. I gotta show you that later. But I think I saw this ad too.
To me, Trump is what is life. To me, Trump is a second chance. Sorry about that if you didn't hear me. To me, Trump is a second chance. So when you say I'm like, nah, dude, he's way more than that. He's way more than that.
And Trump could be all of that. The question is whether or not the United States Incorporated will let him do the things that he says he needs to do, because the things he needs to do to free you and help you is against their profits and their control plan, which JFK tried to do that. And it didn't go too well for JFK, brother. I understand jumping out of hot pot. The pot is hot, got to get the hell out. The DNC is burning my feet up. But you don't jump out the fryer. How's that saying go? Jumped out the fryer into the boiling pot or something. You don't jump out of one thing into another thing. But this is what this is the indoctrinated mind, right? Not being able to think outside the box. They put you in a box of vote. And so your only way to change your own world as an adult who can change your own world by your damn self is to vote.
You see, I don't have the luxury to worry about freaking Roe versus Wade. I don't have the luxury to worry about that. I'm too busy trying to keep my family fed to think about that. And for the first goddamn time in my life, I actually see a way out.
It's not a way out.
I see a way out. Something I've never seen before. I see a way out, man.
But I hear what he's saying. Do you hear what he's saying? Right? I gotta feed my family. Right? Because how do you control the global population? It's food. He who controls the weather controls the world. He who controls the food and the seed controls the people. And he who thine two parties that's starving people with artificial scarcity can make people do anything that they need to do. He is going to vote for Donald Trump. Why? Because he needs to feed his family. And he believes that this man is going to bring jobs to feed his family. And the other side just believe jiving voting, which I call him jiving voting, is going to do it too. No one stops and asks the question whether or not you ask United States Incorporated, 0.01%, the billionaires and trillionaire families, if it's allowed. That's the first question. But I understand that. I understand this is a bad spot. I got to get the hell out of here. And then people jump based within their indoctrination because culture is software. Culture is your operating system. Terence Mckenna, that was the name I was looking for earlier. Terence Mckenna, and that's just a video that he made. I want to watch that too. There's so many things I want to show y'all, but culture is your operating system. And if you're within your operating system, the only solution to feed your family and fix things is slavery, job, career, better money to feed the children, then that's what people are going to do. So I understand everybody. I'm just saying that I believe, from my perspective, when you live here long enough, you will realize money and power decides, and they ain't letting Donald Aloysius Trump nor jiving somebody Bowden, which I'm tripping because when you watch the black people explaining the black Trump voter people thing that I want to show you, she called him, what did she call him? She called him Joe Jim Crow. Joe Crow. Did she call him Jim Crow? Because he was the one who wrote the crime bill. But she put it, you know what? I messed it up. I'm sorry. I just ruined it. She was hilarious when she called him Joe Crow. She's like, I ain't voting for no damn Jim Crow. All right, let him finish.
Just that little bit of hope is enough for me to have a fire in my belly, powerful to freaking charge the goddamn world, man. I'm ready to take over, but if Biden gets into office, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So,
see, the funny thing is there's acting and there's real people. And me personally, what I think is I can see in his face real pain, real problems. He's doing what he thinks will bring hope. The same way. And he has a job, obviously, right? Why? Because he got that tight hat on his head and he got the jacket, which shows that he's either construction or shipping or something. He got one of the blue collar jobs. But if he was born in a more impoverished community, in a worse ghetto or Appalachian Mountains or trailer park, his hope would be joining the Ku Klux Klan. His hope would be joining the skinheads. His hope would be joining the Bloods of the Crips. His hope would be joining Antifa or any of these other groups. Right? So you're going to do what brings you hope. And if you have none of those groups you can join, or you're down on your luck completely, you'll burn down cities. Why? Because one, it doesn't make any difference. You don't have no food anyway. Your world's come to an end. You've got artificial scarcity, and government's writing more laws and legislation, taking more land and more ability for you to support yourself or even get assistance being supported. So hope is the thing. When you don't have no hope where you are, you're going to do what you need to do, which takes us back to Neuralink, right? If you control where people go, what they do, what neurons fire, you can control their arm, their hand. You can make them walk certain directions. You can make them think certain things. You can delete memories. You can give them memories. You can completely make zombies out of people. Zombie, piggy. Do you see what I get that from? You go to work. Remember we talked about the difference between the chip and the chunk? The chip, was you get the chip, the RFID chip, and one never about that, it was about the chunk, the whole circuit board to do, put in the back of your head. Well, it turns out they don't have to do that because now they got the Neuralink. They want to control you. They want you to go to work and you to plug in. You go to work, you get on the grid at work, and then you're not even doing nothing. It's moving you more efficiently, making you go up there, drive this cart, do this, that. You are the robot. You are the cyborg. They literally have that technology now.
I'm saying thank you to you because you unlocked me, and I'm sure you unlocked a lot of people. There is a silent majority out there, man. I talk to them every day. I just came out of, I went to a...
Donald Trump unlocked a lot of people into reality, but so did Bernie Sanders. People who did their jobs a little too well, getting people to question the current narrative, unlocked people. The question is, what do those people do?
I work from...
Jumping out of the fire into the fire pan. Well, how's that saying go? Don't jump, damn it, somebody posted. Don't jump out of the fire into the inferno. Don't jump out the hot pan to the hot plate. Don't jump out the waffle iron to the fire and something like that. These quotes, these are ancient wise quotes. Don't jump out the fire into the pan, something like that.
Mostly Arabs, right? I went to an Arab place, right? And I asked him, who are you voting for? You know, it's safe. Who is he for? He said Trump. And I was like, I hugged him so hard. He was like, hey, I was like, I'm sorry. It's just...
I'm voting for me. That's who I'm voting for. I'm voting for me. I think I can make my own damn decisions. I don't think government's ever helped me since I've been here. Been here a long time. Been here 29 years. They ain't never done no damn thing for me. And when they build the roads, no, they didn't build the roads. Brothers like this built the roads. Okay? They didn't build the roads. They got some poor people to do it for them, and the poor people would do it for food, house, money, which is why they take all that, and Americans don't own any land. Because I think if you give people the land back, then they got reason to build roads. Why? Because they got to drive between their farms. You know, but then again, should we even have roads if we have drone technology? If the billionaires fly from building top to building top in Dubai, why in the world do we still have streets anyway?
I'm so excited to hear you say that because I was nervous because all I see is Biden signs everywhere I go. And I'm like, please, Lord, don't let this guy win. You know what I'm saying?
I see a comfortable mixture. Well, no, that's not the right. I see an uncomfortable mixture, which is why I got to go. I see both of them. It's like Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden, Trump. This is going to be the grounds for the Civil War. The hottest fighting going to be right here, which is why I'm going to be leaving.
But there is a silent majority out there. I talked to them. They're workers like me who didn't care about politics, didn't even think about politics, didn't want to talk about politics.
Nope.
I got people that I work with on a daily basis saying, yo, man, we got to do something.
Yeah, something, not anything. Do something, not anything. Ooh, look, so Diana got my back. Don't jump out the frying pan into the fire. I think that's what it says. I can't see the last. Don't jump out don't get the monkey. Don't, with the piggy. Dang it, where's the comment over here? I like it when I can remember stuff, but you know. And Neuralink can help with that. You won't have any problems in the future, and this is why everybody's gonna get it. Why? Because you can just re-access that memory. Alzheimer's will not be a thing. Instead of not poisoning the people with sugar, which by the way, my zucchini bread came out I stole Victoria's recipe and a few other people's. I got all the zucchini I got to eat. Zucchini, I did zucchini pineapple bread. It was it's delicious. And I didn't use none of that criminal corn syrup, which is Alzheimer's is diabetes type 3. That plaque forms between the neurons. And this is why I say, yeah, you use Neuralink, we can fix Alzheimer's, where we can reconnect this thought to this thought, and we can pull that thought in. Well, how about you just stop subsidizing sugar? You know, that's the thing too. That could be a thing. It could be a thing. I asked people this morning on my thread, if I'm still on Facebook, I have to look at it. Name the things that the government that's saving grandmama, because there's some out there that's destroying immune systems. Name the things that government's still subsidizing that turns off the immune system, that taxes the immune system, that causes all kind of problems for the immune system. Name them. And hopefully that list is 100, like pesticides, sugar, 4G, 3G, 2G, 1G. We ain't got to get up to the biggest one. They want 6G. Poison in the air, toxins, glyphosate in the water, pesticide, Viagra in the water with some Xanax, and your immune system got to fight all of that. You got to use your cytotoxic T cell to destroy all this. Totally being poisoned. They're literally subsidizing all of it while they're convincing you something out there is hurting your immune system. Yeah, it's called you. That's what it is. It's called you. You're hurting the immune system. All right. That's so hard to
each of those dots
watch.
Represents a neural spike.
But it's good. It's good when people change, but don't just jump anywhere. And I was supposed to get the comment right. I was supposed to get the quote right. Where are you at? Don't jump out the fire. Don't jump out the fire. Don't jump out the frying pan into the fire. Yeah, I got it right. There you go. Thank you, Diane, for getting my back.
The blue chart at the
Reading
bottom
brain
is showing
activity.
an accumulation of neural spikes in that region.
All right, this is what a picture of what it looks like. You should watch it.
With about
See, here you go.
24 channels.
Read and write on every channel. So tell me that this is about what you think it is. It's just about reading information. No. It's about controlling you, turning you into a zombie, making you walk around. That's not why he's probably doing it, but that's what it'll be used for, right? It's like Facebook. They want to make some money. They want to show some ads, have some parties, make some money. But the Global Alliance determine what goes on there and what doesn't go on there. And if they're the Fourth Reich with the New World Order just doing what Hitler did, then yeah, you can't talk about that type of thing. But Facebook, they just want to sell ads and get people talking, which is why it's a great platform for socializing, which is why I'm still there. But they're doing their job. Their job is to make money. They cannot make money if they don't have any power and control and ability to make the money. So the people who have the power and the money dictate what happens on Facebook. The same way they're going to dictate what happens with Neuralink. This is why it doesn't matter who your president is, because your presidents don't have any power anymore.
Has quite a long
maybe never
range.
did.
So you can
all right, he goes through the geeky stuff. I'm not going to bore you too much with that. So there's your doctor, there's a panel, blah, 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 blah. It's coming, bad idea, we all going to die. Hashtag, we all going to die. But before that, we're going to be zombies. We're going to be piggy zombies. I so appreciated the pig example. Little pig, let me in. And you're supposed to be like Gertrude. Gertrude said, not by the hairs of my damn chinny chin. Something else I wanted to show you. Here you go. Here's black people for Trump. Black people for Trump. There you go. I want to show you I want the black people for Trump to talk. And of course, White Trump voters headed. Oh, what's this?
One family and one glorious nation under God.
Oh, he got rap music now. Problem. If you want to make America great again, how do you do that? What was America started for? What was it designed on? Very small government. The people own the land. Government has no power. You've got a Bill of Rights and a Constitution and explicitly telling government what it can do. And it can't do anything outside of that. If you want to make America great again, you have to go back. America was started so the human could be free. They just got who the humans were wrong. You had to be a white landowner. You had to have more than certain acres. And you had to have some jewels and money in the bank. And if you couldn't be a woman, you couldn't have any kind of brown skin or nothing. and you couldn't be pro-white, and those are the humans. Nobody else was human, but it was heading in there. So if you want to make America great again, go back to the original American message: free human race. And right now we have all the technology to free everybody. We have the technology to give the land back to people, and they don't have. Well, what people gonna do with land? They don't have to grow food. We have automated food growing systems. So if you want to make America great again, I need to see the greatness in the statements. Making America great again is not putting us in the Gavi alliance with Bill Gates. Making America great again is not putting more police on the street. It's getting rid of the artificial scarcity laws and giving people their land back, because nothing takes care of adults and their children and their families better than adults and their children and their family. We don't need a government nanny. So I just don't do the one-liners, and I don't steal from anybody. You got the hip hop. That's how the young kids do it. You're supposed to hop. All right, here we go. You got to market.
And I think about those people across the street that were protesting, a bunch of liberal white women, and I'm saying this and you not, but they are the worst out of all the liberal white women are the worst.
Listen to what she's about to say.
I'm sorry, and they want to save me, and I don't want to be saved. They think my skin color is a disability, and it's not.
Well, it isn't.
See, and she's right about that. This is why I don't get down with it. This is why I don't do the whole Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, nothing like that. Because first of all, nobody's life matters to the United States Incorporated, and it's not a personal thing. It's just nobody's lives matters to an actual corporation. That's number one. Two, I don't need nobody's help. And they don't need nobody's help. And poor whites don't need nobody's help. And poor Chinese people don't need no. And poor Asian people. And poor nobody needs it. People need to be left the hell alone. They just need their land back. People take care of themselves better than government. You don't need to come save people. But do you understand what she's saying? That you out. This is why when I was in my car and my white neighbors out there protesting for Black Lives Matter, I kept driving. That's why my son was going, hey, Dad, look, Dad. My kids, they get it. I'm not raising no idiots. I'm raising God. Like, Dad, look, they're out there protesting for Black Lives Matter. I know. I see them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with me because my black skin, they see me, they're like, Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, yeah, no, they don't. But okay, I know you doing what's right for you, so you get out there. Do you see what I'm saying? But I appreciate the love, though. I appreciate the love and people wanting to do the right thing. And they realize they were doing the wrong thing. And they want to bring attention to issues. I get all of that. But you have to have the consciousness to bring attention to everybody and realize politics is not about helping people. It's about dividing people up to gain power. So this is the Black Lives Matter. No, this is not. What is this? This is Black People for Trump. All right, let them talk for a minute.
Wells, Douglas and Washington Society of America have. So today we...
Oh, they got chicken. See?
I want to begin by thanking all of the incredible medical professionals, the doctors, the nurses, everybody at Walter Reed Medical Center. I think it's the finest in the world for the incredible job they've been doing.
He looks better.
I came here, wasn't feeling so well. I feel much better now. We're working hard to get me all the way back. I have to be back because we still have to make America great again. We've done an awfully good job of that, but we still have steps to go and we have to finish that job. And I'll be back. I think I'll be back soon. And I look forward to finishing up the campaign the way it was started and the way we've been doing.
All right, he's not saying that.
We've got an amazing fish fry that I've cooked, spaghetti and some amazing food, and we're treating and inviting people that are like-minded. I am a British citizen, but I'm absolutely in support of your president, Mr. Donald Trump.
Black Voices for Trump, that's what it's called.
Black Chicago for Trump has to exist because here in the city of Chicago, the black population, we are the children of the Mississippi cotton pickers. That means that our ancestors put their blood, sweat, and tears into the foundation and the economy of this country, which helped make America great. And here we are in 2020, where we have a president who has taken the black agenda and made it the American agenda.
I believe that President Trump has done more for the black community and America than probably the last, I'll say, 6, 7 presidents. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, past the... All right, so what she said was true. People help build the nation with the poor whites and everybody else, but they're not going to share any of that with you. They don't give two damns about it. Corporations don't, United States Incorporated ain't going to share nothing with you. What he said is true. This president did more for minority communities than any other president, in my opinion as well. Right? I don't think he did it for them. I think he did it because he's told to do certain things and he does certain things and it shakes the bag up a little bit. So yeah, he released more brown people from prison, but he put more police on the street. You know, a lot of bad things happen in terms of, well, he did, but he didn't order martial law. But who is he? So then I always start talking. It's like how they get you with the statistics, like that 800 people got cuckoo virus in my town. You gotta stop and say, wait a minute, what's the litmus test on that? Do any of the tests actually work? No, they don't, just fragments. Okay, never mind, you got me down discussing something. So no, what every president does is what they're told to do. And if they don't do that, they lose their job or they lose their life. And the same thing with Congress, Senate, all the rest of them. It's just like the fry guy at McDonald's. If you don't fry the fries the way the fries supposed to be fried, then you're gonna have to go work at Wendy's because you ain't gonna work here. That's just how that works. Ain't nobody sharing nothing with you.
$500 million platinum plan for the black community. Biden ain't never did that. He's been in office for 47 years.
True.
47 years.
47.
If he wanted to get in there and straighten out the black folks' problem, he could have did that and done that and went on down the street.
Long time ago, if he wanted to help the people, if he wanted to help Corn Pop. Long time ago, he could have. He did not. Why did not he? Because she gonna tell you in a minute. She said it better than what I can say.
He's not for the black community. I'm just talking about the black community.
But neither is Trump.
He's the first president in U.S. history to publicly state that black people built this country and it was time for us to get more credit for it. And so he gave us the Platinum Plan.
And now you look at the Platinum Plan that he was talking about. The Platinum Plan, he's introducing 3 million new jobs to the black community. Not only that, he's also putting 500,000 new black-owned businesses and 500 billion, I believe he said he was putting.
But hang on, see, now this is where I kind of got some problems. I got a little few problems and consequences and issues. So I don't know what the Platinum Plan is. I'll look it up, but my 2 cents is, yes, you have to help poor people. You cannot help people based on their skin color. That is called racism. All right, whether you help them or don't help. This might be the first racist thing I've heard Donald Trump do. Like, helping black people, you're not supposed to help anybody by their race. You're supposed to say everybody's supposed to have land, equal opportunity, left the hell alone, and not have people knocking on their door with guns coming in to steal things from them or to kill them because they're growing plants. Especially if they're Christian, because the early churches didn't have incense in them burners. They had candescents. They had candescents because they was tripping as Joe Rogan said, the early churches, has proven by Israel, in the cannabis residue and the incense holders, is the early churches was tripping they Bozaks off. Okay, so if you are a Christian, you want to get in touch with what the early churches did, then you know what you got to do. Which get me into Terence Mckenna, and that is a deep rabbit hole that I'm still struggling and flipping and falling down. You ever been in church, ain't felt the spirit? That might be why. So, yeah, I'm not, because see, here's the problem with giving things to blue people. It's gonna piss off the yellow people, and the yellow people eventually gonna rise up and take it back from the blue people, and then the blue people eventually gonna rise up again and take it back from the yellow people, and then the yellow people. Do you see that scenario? You know who wins in that? The banks. The banks, the billionaires, the corporations. Why? Because they keep getting a better and better, bigger police state, becomes digital currency, fiat currencies, digital currencies, and then you get a Neuralink and social credit scoring. You see how all that fits together? So anyway.
Into the community. So that right there is enough.
Freedom is a choice too.
If you see your state, you can register to vote online
no,
right now.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It takes only 2 minutes.
No more encouragement. No more consent.
He also took the HBCU, which is the historically black colleges and universities, budget out of Congress, where it withered and was gutted under the Obama administration, and moved it into a line item in the White House budget so that it could automatically be funded, because Congress does not debate the White House budget.
Okay, all right, now we need to stop with the racism now. All right, now. Now I agree. Okay, Donald Trump might have, but I think I called him racist a long time. I say everybody's racist. I think everybody's racist. I think as long as we got skin color and eyes and monkey brains, and we lack consciousness. Everybody's got a little piece of racism in there. But this is racist. You know why? Because you should have took that historically black college thing and just threw it out the window and create a historically poor people college bill, right? Historically poor people college, guarantee every single child, no matter what color skin, because daddy ain't at home in the trailer parks like he don't like to stay home in the ghettos. And make sure that poor kids go to school. Not indoctrination college, but like a real educational college. There's so many things you could have done. But see, to me, this just fits more of the tribalism, right? More of the tribalism. If you can get people fighting and arguing, then the billionaires win. If you just get them all stand up together and say, no, everybody needs equal opportunity, and politics will never give that, because politics is a narcissistic, sociopathic, systematic system designed in group conflict.
He then took it one step further and made them fund that line item at $250 million. So therefore, we know that HBCUs will now be funded at least with $250 million.
That's the other thing. You could have got rid of money. If you want to make America great again, you don't need money again. We can go back to the barter system. We don't need the billionaires' debt-based system to control the human population. Just get rid of the money.
Whereas with Obama, our first black president, HBCUs were closing because of funding issues.
Okay, and that's not true, because Obama was not the first black president. Obama was the first Obama was the sixth interracial president.
Gets reelected, he's going to do even more than he's already done. And now this new thing that's popping up saying that he's a racist. If you go on my page, Cashley Kelly on Facebook or on Instagram, I've disproved that.
So that's great. That's how you know. Why do people say the things that they say? And I don't want to put nobody on blast. I'm just going to say everybody's disaster, capitalizing from everything. Love his brother to death, and I think people should support his page because he has things to say. However, when you put in that advertisement, I do understand a few things. Listen, just remember I told y'all that ghettos and Appalachian Mountains make survivalists out of people. You put people in survival mode, they say any damn thing they need to feed people. That's just real thought.
The entire year, this entire year, I have dispelled anything that can show that he's a racist. You can't show me.
But he just did the black college thing, so obviously he's racist.
One clip of him being racist, but I can show you multiple.
But then again, who made the black college thing? Congress and the Senate and the rest of them, so they race. Everybody racist, just how the brain works.
Of him denouncing any white supremacy or any KKK or
he did
anything
do
that's
that.
got to do
He
with being a
definitely did
racist.
that. I remember that.
The man shouted me out. Not only him, his constituents.
We are here to...
He shouted him out. Like that? He shouted him out. Of course, if a sitting president shouts you, if the sitting president shout my name, I'd probably be there too. I'd be right up there too. No, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. Because I'm thinking about Neuralink. I'm thinking about the things that they're doing about to destroy the world. People becoming pig zombies, controlling my neighbor, making my neighbor get up at nighttime, come in my house and criminalize me after I've been feeding people, trying to take care of people. I'd probably be up there too. I need to make me some money. See if I can get me about 500,000 subscribers. How much money can I make? Make about 400. Ow! Buy me a piece of land in Belize, Costa Rica somewhere. Get the hell out of here when these zombies get to walking. The Walking Dead is coming. Did y'all see that last night? The Walking Dead was off the hook. I'm gonna let her finish because she got to say something.
Celebrate our president as black people, because we have people like Vice President Joe Biden who tells lies that we ain't black if we don't vote for him. And we're here to tell Mr. Biden, well, guess what? We ain't voting for you and we still black. Our hair still curls up. We still eat hot sauce on our fish and snap to the beat. You don't get to strip us of our race and our nationality because we don't want to have anything to do with you and the people who have purposefully for the last 50 years treated us as if we are some charity of the Democratic Party. We are not. We are full Americans. We have been here the longest. We have paid into the tax base for over 100 years, and we have all of the power that we need to be great in this country. We need people like Jim Crow Joe to get out of the way so that we can start thriving in the country that our people built. So yes, Black Chicago for Trump is here. We are not going.
Okay, I'm done. I was done at Jim Crow Joe. That's what she said. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Jim Crow Joe. I love people. I love people. The people is the funniest people. People is Haven't done people. All right, I can show you something else. Like, we got to give them airtime because everybody else got airtime. But it's good to see people breaking up the narratives. I think that you have to. There's a lot more going on to that conversation. You know, I always appreciate people realizing that this ain't it. It's good to realize that this ain't it. Democratic Party, this ain't it. Republican Party, this ain't it. Enslaving other people, this ain't it. Third Reich, this ain't it. Fourth Reich, UN, this ain't it. There's no difference between a megalomaniac deciding, because Hitler would have set up a UN too. There's no difference between him deciding and them deciding. You need to be free. All right, now we're going to crazy land. Get me away from this weekend, then I'm going to do all comments.
In the past 100 years, as these super technologies have been...
So we already talked about Israel, got that evidence. They use early cannabis. This is important.
In the past 100 years, as these super technologies have been developed in the West, the smashing of atoms, the invention of radio, television, computers, immunology, so forth and so on, data has been arriving about the practices of Aboriginal cultures all over the planet, that they dissolve ordinary realities, ordinary cultural values, through an interaction, a symbiosis, a relationship to local plants that perturb brain chemistry. And in this domain of perturbed brain chemistry, the cultural operating system is wiped clean. And something older, even for these people, something older, more vitalistic, more in touch with the animal soul, replaces it, replaces the cultural operating.
There you go. Sorry about that. Oh, dang it. I forgot what I was saying. That just jacked everything. Okay, let me stop. Let me go back. Bunky, Stone Ape Theory, Terence Mckenna. Okay, right. So what was funny to me when I was listening to this is Brother Robert sent me this, and I was listening to Terence Mckenna. Someone explained how Terence Mckenna rebooted his operating system, found his enlightenment. Shut up, Rebecca. I see you laughing. I hit the button because I hit the button. How he rebooted his operating system was when Terence Mckenna went to India. India was known for psychedelics, right? Somebody else did that too. Somebody else was born in the Bethlehem and grew up a regular child. Somewhere around the age of 12, disappeared, and they wrote a book about it. The sound is fixed, right? Make sure that I fixed it. Okay, there you go. No, read lips. All good now. Okay, thank you, Ivana. Everybody else got jokes. Ivana can be serious. Shut up, Susan. So, now y'all messing up my train of thought. Right, somebody else from Bethlehem, age of 12, disappeared, went to India. And what would you do at the age of 12 in India if they were putting, what do they call it, spiking beer, psychedelics in all the beer? The guy who wrote the book, what was the name of the book? I added to the book list. Somebody post the name of that new book. The guy who was on Joe Rogan explained that, I mean, he's got a passion for finding what they were spiking beers with, all different types of psychedelics going back into the 13th century. the early churches, and they were doing it in India. You know, they found manuals and inscriptions. Even the Egyptians, they found them spiking beer, that you didn't just drink beer. Beer was like it was the median, it was the base thing that you would put herbs in. The Christianity and Hinduism and Buddhism, a lot of these ancient religions were basically herbalist religions, that these compounds tuned you into another realm, allowed you to communicate with another thing, that plants are technology. And I can confirm to you, I've never done a psychedelic in my life, which is probably why I'm not Christian. Because Christians sound like you got to do psychedelics, and I don't. I have not. But if that is what began the early churches, then it actually makes sense that people were tuning into something. And the way it was explained is that psychedelics perhaps could be some sort of, not anyone, and by the way, I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything. Let me be clear on this. I am not encouraging anyone to do anything, okay? I'm thinking out loud. If the early churches began as psychedelic or herbalist cults, or not cults, wrong word, I'm sorry, groups, gatherings, 420 get downs, if that's what the early churches began as, then what if they were tuning into something that actually was communicating to them? What if it changed their frequency? What if it just numbs being here and allows you to be influenced by the other dimensions that they say our spiritual energy is in? They say there are multiple, well, science says that there are what? There are 11 or 12 dimensions. And there was some talk I was listening to out of India. I think it might have been, I forgot who it was, where they said that we exist in 5 dimensions, that we are kind of merged together, multiple energies from different dimensions. The Dogons believe that, and someone else believed that as well, another group. And maybe taking psychedelics just numbs the one here, so you're communicating with you elsewhere. And what if that is the basis of Christianity? What if that's what Christ did? He went to India and sat down, went to McDonald's or something, got a burger or something, some fries and a drink, and they gave him something and allowed him to tune in. And to me, it doesn't change religion at all. It doesn't change anything that I believe. I find it to be interesting. Once again, I seek God. I had no interest in King James. I have no interest in modern translations of anything. I want to seek God, and you will only find God is seeking what's true, and you're going to get it wrong a lot of times if you're actually seeking God. If you think you're right, you got it wrong. That's a guarantee. That the mind of God is infinite, the mind of Monkey Man is finite. So I'm finding this to be highly interesting. So let this keep going. So I was trying to set that up with where my mind is in the book that we need to read. Did somebody post a book? Nobody post a book? Are y'all even listening? Y'all are talking to both fine. Y'all probably.
System. Something not determined by history and geography, but something writ in the language of the flesh itself. This is who you are. This is true nakedness. You are not naked when you take off your clothes. You still wear your religious assumptions, your prejudices, your fears, your illusions, your delusions. When you shed the cultural operating system, then essentially you stand naked before the inspection of your own psyche. Desmond Morris called it the naked ape.
So this is what my druggy friends talk about, which really kind of changes the way I view, well, it's not herbs. My herbal using friends. Drugs are bought in Walgreens and CVS's and grocery stores. Things that grow out the ground, just plants and compounds that allow you to go back to eating what we've eaten for millions of years. A lot of what they say is that it removes the you and it makes you question yourself. And I love it. I love how they explain that. It makes you question who you are, which is a bad thing, right? It's a bad thing for government. It makes you question your government, makes you question control, makes you want to be free. You don't want to do the things you're indoctrinated to do. You don't believe that your tribe is the true tribe. You don't believe your religion is the true religion, and you start to question things. That's what all my friends do, or most of them. That's what most of them tell me. The ones who I think take these things to find out things about themselves, as opposed to ones just taking them for fun. But I think sometimes probably you take them for fun. I think I have friends who did that, took it for fun, but then they found out things about themselves. It makes you question. So there's certain groups who don't want to be questioned. How's that saying go? You want to know who oppresses you? Then all you have to do is think about who you're not allowed to criticize. So psychedelic herbs in the right concoction at the right time, in the right drink with the right mixture, and I'm saying that because if you try to do it yourself, you're probably gonna get it wrong. Right? They've been doing this for thousands of years, and there's precise ways probably to do this stuff. And just going out there and finding some mushrooms in your garden, throwing them in your mouth, you're gonna die. So I'm not encouraging anybody to do no psychedelics. I'm not doing anything of the such. I had to say that for YouTube, and if this ever goes on Facebook, you need to think for yourself. And if they don't want you to think for yourself, then obviously that's who you need to have a problem with. If these compounds tune you into a Gaia level, God level, conscious level, question your indoctrinated level of consciousness, then that's what we probably need to think about in the future. I can see why, if this started early churches, why the priest would ban them. Why would the priest ban them? Because the priest doesn't want you talking to God. The priest doesn't want you questioning them. The priest wants you to fall in line. And so the priest would eventually have to ban these things, which is why I think they said, was that the 4th century or something like that, where they started banning, the church started, it wasn't the DEA, the church started. But they started banning spiking of the incense and psychedelics because they didn't want people being in tune and communicating with whatever this was. And of course, Rome, the Caesars would love to do that as well because they don't want people questioning them. I find this to be very interesting.
And it's from that position, a position outside the cultural operating system, that we can begin to ask real questions about what does it mean to be human? What kind of circumstance are we caught in? And what kind of structures, if any, can we put in place to assuage the pain and accentuate the glory and the wonder that lurks waiting for us in this very narrow slice of time between the birth canal and the yawning grave? In other words, we have to return to first premises. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and at first it seemed to me only a metaphor, this phrase, culture is your operating system. But because I travel around a lot and get that jolting experience frequently of, let's say, leaving London on a foggy evening and arriving in Johannesburg 14 hours later to a sweltering day in a city of 14 million on the brink of anarchy, I get to change my operating system frequently. And so I notice the relativity of these systems. And some work for some things and some for others. For instance, if you are a positivist, if you're running Positivism 4.0, you can't support UFOs. Positivism 4.0 does not support UFOs. If, on the other hand, you're running Urantia Book 5.1 as your operating system, UFOs and a number of other things can get in through the door. That is what we would technically...
Y'all see where he's going? For anybody who's new. Ooh. Which is a good place for me to interject. You're going to have to subscribe to get the notifications. I just put up the YouTube subscription thing. as the Trump brother, but Free Highway Ricky, something like that. I think I have to put the notification thing on. So, operating system. Not like you talk to people about UFOs. Oh, them things ain't real. How do you know? Flat Earth, operating system. Black people, operating system. White folk, operating system. Trump, operating system. You see what he's saying by that? That we all were given these operating systems at birth and they're not our self, that we have to discover our true self. And we won't discover our true self unless we reboot. You have to reboot and bring up a clean system. That's the only way you get out the corruption. That's the only way you get out the problem with the data that you were given in college and schools. Doctors, as an example. I was talking about this. I did my first live stream in a long time this week because we were talking about Trump having cuckoo virus and how that might affect things. That's a slim chance. It's a slim chance because it sounds like he probably had some mild things. There were enough real things that happened early on that he knew what to do when he got his common cold, as Lori puts it. I saw Lori posted that. She's like, common cold, common cold, common cold, common cold. And she's right. 99.9% survival rate, and whether or not he could come out on the other end, and whether or not he might be in support of holistic living, right? Not poisoning people and subsidizing the things that turn off their immunity while pretending that you're worried about humans' immune systems. It's doctors. Doctors got to reboot the operating system, right? They've been in school, medical schools for 11 years at a time, right? They've been given operating systems that say synthetic medicine is what helps people, not nutrition. This idea of fighting biological science. My problem with science is anytime I've seen nowadays people talking about science, they throw biology out the window. They throw the ecosystem out the window. That every solution for science has to be what makes a corporation profit. So same thing with UFOs. And this is why I love being alive right now, because I live in a time there are a lot of people around who can admit that they just don't know. We just don't know. We're given operating systems and we're told that this is truth. You know, like I got a lot of family members. They just know that the King James Version is the right version of the Bible. The Bible is the best Bible, the best Bible, the Bible is the Word of God, just from God himself to the monkey book. That God actually would use a book to communicate to its creations. See, I'm not buying that. To me, that's jive. That's some jiving. I'm not, you can put that jive in your pocket. First of all, if I were a creator of dimensions and universes and all of that, I wouldn't even use plants, let alone a monkey book, text message, or a Bible. I wouldn't use none of that, nor scripture. But if I were some sort of geneticist creating life on planets, yeah, if I knew that I could leave certain plants and they were genetically engineered to tune certain frequencies and mushrooms, things that people thought were delicious, and they eat them, all the monkeys, the mammals, and the apes and everything else, yeah, I'd leave it on the planet. Why? Because when they ate it, it would tune into a frequency where I could update their code. Where I could talk to them, where I could bring them in line with a universal consciousness. If I were billionaires, I'd want to turn that joker off. I'd need me a DEA. I'd need me to Schedule 1 some stuff.
Say is a more tolerant operating system, or its plug-in.
But see, that the creator of that plug-in is a geneticist. I don't think that's a god. I think that is probably an alien that maybe perhaps is tuning the creatures on this planet into a universal consciousness to access perhaps the god.
Support special effects denied the positivist. Well, it's fun to think this way because it shows you that you don't have to be the victim of your culture. It's not like your eye color or your height or your gender. It's fragile. It can be remade if you wish it to be. And then the question is, well, how does one download a new operating system? Well, first of all, you have to clear some space on your disk. The best way to do this is probably with a pharmacological agent. You think of some while I have a drink of water. Psilocybin is an excellent disk cleaner. You can put a lot of things in the trash and have them just disappear with a psilocybin upgrade. Other pharmacological agents that will clear your disk are ayahuasca. And of course, these are gentle clearings of the disk, which take 5, 6, 7 hours.
One thing. So no, I didn't go pee, Beaufont, because can't nobody pee that fast, and that ain't how the snake work nowadays. You got to think about it. 20 anyway. Nobody wants to hear that. What I appreciate about this is that he shows technological things, right? Setup is deleting files, upgrade, updating. Why does Bill Gates, and make sure my mic is on, why does Bill Gates have interest in viruses? What is a virus? If it is RNA code and DNA code, and if it's an upgrade, which is what I suspect, is his interest in the Windows operating system and the upgrades we do to it in data centers to control the computers, the servers, is the same thing as what you can do with viruses. It's the same thing as what you can do with the Neuralink. It's the same thing what you can do with the luciferase, the mark of the beast. See, he is involved with the same, I don't say passion, it's not the right word. He has a passion for control, whether that be through IT or biology. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. And so this is why I'm convinced there are conscious creatures on this planet, that there are angels and demons and consciousness that people tap into, and they're serving a purpose. And if you think about Bill Gates, he didn't jump from one discipline to another. He's in the same exact discipline, separating you from being upgraded and updated by nature, ecosystems, or by a god.
That will clear your disk are ayahuasca. And of course, these are gentle clearings of the disk, which take 5, 6, 7 hours. If you're in a hurry to dump that old data and leap right into the new operating system, click on the button marked dimethyltryptamine. A compressed disk erasure will immediately be downloaded, unstuffed, bin hexed, implemented, installed, run, and you will find yourself with an entirely different head. Now, shamans have always known, though they may not have used the kind of language I'm using here, shamans have always known this trick. What trick? It has two facets. First of all, that culture is an operating system. That's all it is. And that the operating system can be wiped out and replaced by something else. So, in essentially, what's going on among shamans and those who resort to them for curing and counseling and so forth is somebody's running a slightly more advanced operating system than the customer. The shaman is in possession of certain facts about plants, about animals, about healing, about human psychology, about the local geography, about mojo of many different sorts that the client is not aware of. The client
is not aware of.
And is running culture light. The shaman paid for the registered and licensed version of the software.
So let me ask you a question, and it's going to be difficult for people to process this. Make sure my mic is on, because it's your operating system and software. And the one that I had, right? I was raised in the church. What if Christ at 12 went to India, tapped into these things, he got an upgrade, and he came back to Bethlehem, Nazareth, and he had an upgrade? And he were along the lines of a shaman. Do people think he to be a god? Now, not the people because a prophet, not the people he grew up with, because a prophet is not sent to their own lands. But what if he came back and he knew how to do things others couldn't do? He brought plants back with him and mushrooms and things, and he was tapped into this universal consciousness, so he was more of an upgrade than the Romans, his neighbors and friends. But any new town he went to, they would perceive him to be somewhat of a god, the same way that the pharmaceutical industry perceives these shaman to be gods, and they're racing down to grab their cures from herbs that they use in the tropical jungles before they kill them and destroy the plant in nature so they can make a synthetic compound to make billions of dollars. Something to think about. Not to say that Christ isn't the Son of God. I think everybody's a son and daughter of God. And the way I understand scriptures to be written, and consciousness to work. But writing stories about him in the future, you would write about somebody who you could just touch and heal people. You could just touch the hem of his garment and you could heal him, and it doesn't make him a god. It just means that he knows how to do things that you don't. Right? The same way people worship doctors. Right? It's not the same way, same concept, not the same way. Because are not most of the people in your country walking around in face diapers because the doctor says so? A person who is supposed to be a magical healer, that this works and this is going to protect you from the cuckoo virus. I see people worshiping Fauci the same way. Did we just not do a video on Fauci draws? Did not? They got Fauci draws, and they probably got Fauci panties and bras by now.
And is running a much heavier version of the software than the client. I think we should all aspire to make this upgrade.
And what if you were the Pope and you had ancient scriptures that explained the potions that they used from the book that brother wrote about spiking beer and the incense mixtures in the church of psychedelics? If you were the Pope, but somehow 7 billion other people or all your parishioners could tune into the same thing that you tune in? What if you had scriptures that came from the Library of Alexandria, in which everyone felt that all the scriptures were lost and burned down, but you took millions of those scriptures and you hid them in the Vatican with 10 miles worth of scriptures in books that nobody else can read? You as a priest and a pope would definitely want to keep your parishioners from accessing the God, because that makes you the God.
It's very important that you have all the bells and whistles on your operating system. Otherwise, somebody is going to be able to get a leg up on you.
Leg up. Did not Christ say, greater things I will do, you will do? And he didn't say go out and vote for it either. He said, greater things I have done, you will do. Then obviously he was tapped into something that he was trying to tap others into, that they would go further with in time. Interesting.
Well, what's wrong with the operating system that we have? Consumer capitalism 5.0 or whatever it is. Well, it's dumb. It's retro.
Ooh, did you see that? Warning, your operating system is outdated. I could do a whole video just talking about outdated operating systems. That's why we love to talk about the resource-based economy. Leave people alone, free people, gift-based society. 3D printers freed people a long time ago. Currency systems don't need to exist. We can 3D print houses, take care of everybody. I feel like I gotta keep saying it because the majority of operating systems, monkeys on this planet, are still resonating in the monkey vibrations. The deep, dark energy vibrations that they need to be in conflict with other people and use politics to force other people to be like them because they're so right. Nope. Warning, your operating system is outdated. The system is not fully functional. Please upgrade. Please press OK. Press OK.
It's retro. It's very non-competitive. It's messy. It wastes the environment, it wastes human resources, it's inefficient, it runs on stereotypes, it runs on a low sampling rate, which is what creates stereotypes. Low sample rates make everybody appear alike, when in fact the glory is in everyone's differences. And the current operating system is flawed. It actually has bugs in it that generate contradictions. Contradictions such as we're cutting the earth from beneath our own feet. We're poisoning the atmosphere that we breathe. This is not intelligent behavior. This is a culture with a bug in its operating system that's making it produce erratic, dysfunctional, malfunctional behavior.
It's a cult that's pooping where it eats and it's burning up a planet, proudly on all sides.
Call the tech. And who are the techs? The shamans are the techs.
Nailed it, baby. Terence Mckenna. Woo, and I'm not convinced he got it all right. Hey, somebody do me a favor. You're not subscribed to the channel, press the subscription button on YouTube, or somebody who is subscribed, unsubscribe and come back. I want to see if the subscription works. I just put the subscription thing on so it gets a pop-up when people subscribe. This is where we'll be, and we are also on Periscope and VK. Although VK gets errors, I think, when I'm live, but eventually it goes on later. All right, I'm gonna do comments on the roll. Anybody new? This is how we get down. They're just open thoughts, open thoughts. I don't know nothing. What do I know? You'd be a fool to follow me. You'd subscribe, but don't follow. You need to think for yourself. We need to be free. Greater things Christ have done, you might do, but you might get spiked beer, psychedelics, but don't get them from your friend down the street. Don't get them from your friend down the street. All right, I'm gonna do comments and I'm gonna go. You're not on Facebook this morning. No, Ivana, I am not. I think we already had that discussion. Didn't we? Yeah. 60 days, Lori, 60 days. Brother in the lockup, 60 days. It may not work. The subscription thing may not work. I think last time it does a pop-up when people subscribe. I want to see if that works. Where's the lie, Bofine? Well, you know, there's no lie. You tell the truth and you get shadow banned. That's how you know. How does that saying go? I think it, therefore I'm shadow banned. That's how it works, and you know how that works too, because I think you got about 4 or 5 pages too. So it might not take long when YouTube will disappear also. Yeah, Christine is going to disappear. These things are going away. These tools are not for us. These tools are for billionaires and psychopathic trillionaire families. They are going to dictate what the conversation is, so they are going away, which is why people got to grab what they can now before it's all gone. I think we'll rebuild a new world on the other side of it. I think that things could change. I don't think that things have to go away. But Christine, that's about us being as smart and strong as people in Belgium who actually realize that they don't actually need a government. It's okay to have one, but it can't be the sovereign. It has to be adherent to the people. No abuses is allowed. No abuses is okay. So, but that isn't, I got fact checked this morning, so I reposted it in the comments. Andrew, you're not gonna last long, girl. That's not how that you do that. You're not gonna make it. That's what I did. I got shadow banned. I posted the same thing that got banned. I thought about it. Did I just do that? I just did. I just did that. All right. The issue was not the overall message that you said. It was the Hitler Party they had a problem with. Yeah, well, Bert, I'm pretty certain it's learning software. I'm pretty sure people reported it, but I also think it's learning software. I think there are folks who probably didn't understand what the post was, but there also is learning software which just flags certain things if you type certain words. And I'm sure that it was something that they also didn't want that affiliated with the New World Order, which is what it is. It's the same thing. New World Order think they're right, just like Hitler thought he was right, just like Martin Luther King thought he's right, just like Donald Trump thinks he's right, just like most people here think they're right. I think I'm right, to be honest with you. I think I'm right, Bert, but damn it, I shouldn't rule the world. I shouldn't rule. There's people that like okra. They like to fry it up with other stuff, and I don't think they should do that. Nobody should rule the world. The world needs to be free. We need facilitation of resources to make sure people are safe and free and all the technology gets created and utilized by everybody. And that's not socialism, communism, nor capitalism. It's just update your operating systemism to modern technology. Should be no secrets and there should be no control powers around the world. So I think there's a whole bunch of things, Bert, but they put it in the back of their pocket and they wait till election time to shut certain people off. And it wasn't even a thought. I think it's just software. Millions of people probably are being shadow banned there currently just to make sure that you are on one side or the other. You are in one of the approved, contrived positions. And I don't believe any of the approved, contrived positions, Bert. I am me, and I say what I think is true, and I don't really care what other people say. I listen to what other people say, but I'm gonna have my own opinion on everything. I'm not gonna be boxed into a contrived group or an opinion or a cult. Your vote matters only if you vote, but not voting is a vote. Probably the most effective vote we have at our disposal. Well, right. Well, they like to play that game, Beaufont. They like to, let me show you something. They like to play this game where if you don't vote for my guy, you voted for the other guy. And someone made a great meme, and it wasn't you this time. It was not you. It's right here. Oh, hang on. Oh, right there. There you go. This one. Tamara posted this one over on Instagram. Said blaming non-voters for election results is like blaming non-drivers for car accidents. Because that's what they do. And if your car is busted and got a hoopty, you shouldn't be on the damn road. You're right, didn't your car break down this morning? No, it did not break down. It was acting up. There's a difference. But besides, I don't live this life to be convenient. I live this life and I try to do what's right. Buying new stolen cars, some new stolen minerals is a bad idea. It's already, plenty of cars is already out there. Why in the world would I say I'm against slavery, but then buy a brand new car and which just basically encourages the corporations that are lobbying government with NATO and blowing up other nations to keep their minerals cheap? Here come Christ. Here come Christ. Did y'all see this one? Burger King versus McDonald's. And the guy says, I choose to not eat fast food at all. It's really not healthy for me to consume. And you got the person from Burger King like, then you're casting your vote for McDonald's. And I agree with this. I love this one, Christ. I love it because you know what it made me think of? It made me think of, is government healthy? Oh, say it another way. Is government keeping resources from you and subsidizing the poison of the population healthy? It's not. And if it's not, I can't vote for it. So yeah, but they're most, and another way you can say that, Beaufont, is Satan's greatest trick was convincing the human race it doesn't exist. Whatever that deep, dark energy, vibrational consciousness is. And Satan is Satan. Satan ain't a bad thing. Satan is just a Satan. Satan is just a Satan. Satan's doing Satan's job. Satan know what it's doing. The billionaires, they're doing their job too. Elon Musk, Neuralink doing his job. The nerds are doing their, Lambda Mu's doing their job. Negan did his job. The only ones that ain't doing their job is us. Everybody's doing this. 99.9% of the ones not doing their job. And they're going to let all this technology fall into the hands of those who were brought here, the yin and the yang, the sustainable and the unsustainable. The psychopaths don't need the technology. They're supposed to scare you so you decide this is a bad idea and you discover consciousness. They're doing their job. They're scaring me. They scared me out of the voting for the power, pretending I'm fighting the power. Trying to drive the machine, pretending I'm raging against the machine. Nah. We just need to free the human race. That's all we need to do. All right, I was still in the U.S. when was laughing when they announced all crazy people shouting. Oh, okay, so you were in the U.S. when the government disappeared in Belgium. And Belgium's still there, isn't it, Christine? You got home in Belgium, like, look at it. You know what? This is exactly how I left Belgium. I left and you had some bushes over there, some grass, the houses, some cars, and some goats. And you left and you came back and the government disappeared for 2 years. Yep, Belgium's still here. Ain't nothing, the world did not come to an end. That blessed me when you said that, Christine. You said the government disappeared in Belgium and people didn't even notice. Here they think the world will come to an end. I think that if people all just said, no, not only am I not voting, I'm an unregistered to vote, and I don't even care who's president. And we did a we don't care who's president campaign, and we tried to go a few weeks without even, because you don't have to vote for a president, you're still gonna get one. Doesn't matter if you vote, you still go, they've already decided. Electoral college. They don't really care if you vote, they don't count the votes. It's not your decision. And besides that, it doesn't really matter because once they get in office, they're told what to do by power and money. And perhaps fear. Good job, G. Thank you, Christine. I try to do my job. I think everybody's job, everyone who's over the age of 26, their job is to make sure that we leave this place better than how we found it. Goes to show you how much they need your willful and unwillful consent. They do both fine. They need willful consent, and they got it. Did they really get you for a year old post? It was an old post, Ivana. I don't know if you caught me on the fake news. If it was years, it was months and months ago. I don't even remember the post. I knew it was gonna get me though. I knew that when I I think someone liked it and shared it a few months ago, I remember. And I was like, oh, what was I saying? And I had to read it a few times. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's based in the principle, right? If anybody rules the world, it's gonna be foul. And you can't force and control people by that, but I knew it had the keywords Hitler in there, so I knew what they were doing. Certain keywords, Nazi, Hitler, blah, 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 they'll get you for those down the road. So I figured they'd come back and bite me, but the thing was, Yvonne, it was true. I wasn't gonna delete it. You gotta say what's true. And either people get it or they don't get it. All right, good morning, Christ. What we got? Christine, Jonathan is in the house. Going back and forth. Stay away from that keyboard, G. I am. What happened? What I do now, Jonathan? Why do I gotta stay away from the keyboard now? I'm not touching the keyboard. I'm not sure what was happening at that moment. I don't know if there's some noise or interference. Shenanigans. Shenanigans are a good thing to do both fun and crazy times. You gotta go along with the state's time to trip the state up. Yes, on the right side, it says skip ads. Yeah, it says skip ad, Christine. I like to watch the election ads though, because I like to think about what people are thinking, what's happening. You got to pay attention to what's happening. Like Sister L. Ann, she made a post this morning. A comment. Here we go. Wait a minute. Is that it? Yeah, it was on the same post. Hold on. This right here. It's right under that. And Ann and I, we disagree on a lot, and we agree on some things. And she just said, yeah, well, not most of them. Non-drivers may not choose to engage in road transportation, planning, upkeep, DMV fees. But when you're a citizen in a country with a participatory form of government, part of your responsibility is at least keeping track of what legislation the body is making. And I totally agree, 100%. This is why I tell people, read the laws. You can ignore the TV, ignore what comes out the legislator's mouth, just read the laws. I started doing that when I was 20 something, and it changed my perspectives on a lot, which landed me where I am now today at 29. You got to know what's going on. That's why I watch the ads. Know what's going on. You got to know when to run, how to run there, when to get there, when Neuralinks come in, who's going to inject you, and what neighbors will turn you in. I miss my likes and hearts. Well, Christ, I'm actually working on that. The whole likes and hearts flying across the screen thing. It actually is a good thing that I got banned, not for a whole lot of reasons. One, it tells you what is effective information that they're trying to block at the 1.01% level. But also, I'm actually working on a website thing. I'm gonna be live streaming in the future from my own website. And I'm working on a mechanism for the likes and hearts so that I like them too. I like them too, Christ. And to me, it's slavery. It's slavery to have something that people like and they can take away from you. That's why they take it away. That's why they took away my live stream, not my post. And that's the funny part. If you think about it, Christ. So I posted something that they didn't like, but they didn't take away my ability to post for 2 months during the election season. It took away my ability to do live streams. Why? Because if you can take the things, when the master whips you, it's got to be a whip that hurts. They're not going to, if you a big boy, they're not going to use the little whip. They're going to use the big whip. Right? They want to hit you where it hurts. That's how this works. And that's how you know that it's terrorism. They want to abuse you, right? It's torture, not terrorism, torture. They want to do something that hurts you to get good behavior out of you, right? This is the basis of abuse. This is slavery. If the husband comes home, say a guy, and I always like to take this back to domestic violence, because that's what this is. We all live on the same planet, so it's all domestic violence. If the husband comes home and he's all of 4'5", and the wife is 6'2", because he like big girls and she got muscles on her, he ain't gonna come home and like talk trash. I slap you. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Shit, sit on and throw him out the window. What he gonna do? He's gonna try to withhold the money if she ain't working. He's gonna try to withhold certain things to abuse. He's gonna try to hit her where it hurts. And he knows that he ain't big enough to hit her anywhere it hurts. These women know black belts now, know karate, kareze, and tai chi. Husbands ain't stupid. They just like Facebook, like government, Democrats, Republicans, all the rest of them with artificial scarcity. They know where to hit you where it hurts. Like the lockdowns. People still convinced it's the cuckoo virus getting them. It's like, no, they're just starving you because they want you to do something. They're hitting you where it hurts. They've destroyed your business. You're a millionaire. You're talking trash on the internet because you got all this free time because you're a millionaire. They're going to shut down your business and take it away from you to get you to embrace that new normal and that digital currency. They'll hit you where it hurts because they know how to do that. All right. G got caught in a deja vu loop. What happened? How did I do that, Jonathan? Keep getting texts inviting me to register to vote. Oh, yeah. So I get them too, Jonathan. I just look at him and say, yeah, this is where we are. He put chips in the pigs. Right, Bert, and that's going back to the Neuralink. Y'all didn't see the beginning. Y'all should go back and check it out. That is what's coming. This is what we want. This is what we agreeing to. We're in face diapers for the... Oh, there go Daniel. Gee, that's Miss Face Diaper person, y'all. That's where I got face diapers from. Let's do a live on my page soon. Damn this Facebook, man. All right, anytime, Danielle. I'm always ready to go. Always ready to go. I always love a good conversation. If y'all don't follow Danielle St. John, y'all should follow her. She'll get you going. She's exactly where I got face diapers from. That is a witty woman. I saw Elon explain this on Joe Rogan some time ago. Yeah, Yvonne, he was on Joe Rogan. It was a couple months ago. Not the first time he got, this first time he got high was on Joe Rogan. And Joe was on his new thing. Did y'all see him? He's on his new, it was $100+ million deal with Spotify. He's now got his new show. It was really cool. Like, it sounds like he's got a deal where he can say anything he wants to say. When you a big boy, you can say anything you want to say. And Rogan is a big boy, you know. And he also dealt with YouTube. I think it was YouTube shadow. It was not shadow banning. They were taking down videos for copyright strikes, stuff like that. So even he was getting hit with it. They didn't realize what they had in him, so he rolled out. He went to Spotify. He got a big deal, and they're like, you know what? You're a big boy. You interview and do what you want. You can set your path if you got that kind of power. Like Chappelle. Right? Chappelle, he just shows up. Like, I like how they tell his stories. He just shows up anywhere, and they'll put him on the set. You know, when you actually make your way, you got it. You got it. All right. Can't you cut it out if they put the chips in your arm? Yeah, you can, Christine. Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, in your arm. But your brain, that's something else. So if they use the robotic doctor to put a chip in my brain, first of all, they're gonna have to kill me. I'm gonna have to be seriously unconscious and beat the hell up. Two, I don't think that's something you want to cut out. They put it in your brain. That's where they're gonna put it. And it's not even a question of people who are alive ain't gonna get it. Hell yeah, they're gonna get it. Why? Because they control the money, they control the debt. They know how to hit you where it hurts. And if you don't get it, you'll be making $40,000 a year, and everybody else your job will be making $150,000 a year because they're zombies and they're controlled by the Neuralink. They know how to run faster, jump higher, do this, do that, while you're still trying to get your coffee and your donuts to go get the TPS report started. Everybody will get it because they have the ultimate whip. It's not the likes and hearts on Facebook, but it's the food, it's the land, and they own it all. They own the resources. G with his own page, independent love. Well, I have to be, John. I mean, there's no other way we can say what's true. So this is actually a good thing. It's just because I started doing it, I started writing the software, and I stopped. I stopped because a few things that happened in cuckoo virus, and so this is putting me back on track. And the intent would be let anybody use it. Like, we need free speech platforms. We absolutely need free speech platforms where people can say what they want to say. There is no hate speech. Right, the intent of people behind the scenes is what is frightening. Yeah, Jonathan Close, and we have no idea what they're up to. There's no way to remove Neuralink gel. It becomes a part of you. Yeah, and that sounds nasty within itself. Hey, Patricia Hauser, good morning. What's not to love, citizens? It's double plus good. Trust us, we've thought of all contingencies. What's not to love, citizens? Oh, Citizen Deb. No, citizens. What's not to love, citizens? It's double plus good. Trust us. We thought of all continue. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. You mean the software and the technology? Yeah. Well, it's a police state, animal farm. That's all it is. Christine posted that right at. That's all it is. What's always been. Gertrude figured out you're evil, Elon. That's right, Patricia. And we need to be smart as a pig. We need to minimally be smart as Gertrude. Gertrude went to the back of that cage like, oh hell no. No, this ain't gonna happen. Nope. I like freedom. I like the agrarian society. Nope, I can take care of myself. I don't need no humans reading my thoughts, knowing where I'm going, what I'm doing, how I'm doing, when I gotta take a poop, when I'm peeing, how long I'm doing it for, nor controlling my motion. Because that's what Neuralink is. Let alone, oh my gosh, you know what? You just made me think of something. You just took me down the Dr. James Fallon route. Oh my goodness. Oh, you psychopath thinking of something. Now, hang on. Let me go back to the Neuralink. Because aren't there certain parts of brain in the psychopath inside where they use the MRI to determine where these regions of the brain are for psychopathy, right? There's certain regions of the brain utilized for love, compassion, aggression, empathy, all of that James Fallon stuff. What if the military got a hold? Oh my goodness, now you're making me think.
The range being
there's no purpose for boot camp.
That's kind of an important thing.
There's no purpose for boot camp at that point, right? Because hang on, there's a part here as a good demonstration where you can see what Neuralink is basically doing. It's taking in data from the neurons that are firing, and if you know there's certain regions of the brain that you can control, you can do read write.
Lighting up different brain regions, and then by carefully controlling the electric field, you can actually have one influence.
From the psychopath inside, we know there's certain regions of the brain that are utilized for that. And what's the purpose of boot camp? Boot camp is a very inefficient Neuralink, right? It's taking a human being with empathy, compassion, and it's got that operating system where it says that it's an American, it's a Briton, it's a Canadian, it's a Chinese, it's a Russian, to go off and fight in wars and murder and kill other people by turning off those certain sections of the brain. They create warriors out of them. That's why they call it the warrior gene. So you could make the perfect soldier at birth. You're just putting the Neuralink in, and you're actually zapping certain portions of the brain, tuning up their aggression. So in war, they'll go do things that human beings would never do. Think about that. That's, yeah. See? Zombies. Now back to The Walking Dead. You literally will make zombies out of the military. Now they're all just drones. You don't need to make a drone that can run through the forest, and they already got those. You can do that to the human beings. This is the danger of Neuralink. And what government would not do that? That's why I don't have any interest in working with learning software and predictive analysis software and AI. Why? Because every nation is racing to get AI right now. Every single nation wants a Skynet. The first nation to turn on Skynet, they win every war. You don't have to have the best equipment. You have to have the best logistics. You have to have the best plan and strategy. You know, every kid playing a video game knows that. Shoot, didn't the Germans figure that out? Hitler didn't figure that out. Hitler didn't had a Tiger tank. One Tiger tank could take out 100 little Shermans. Little Petey Weak Straw. Little Sherman. What did Lori call them things? Little Shermans. What did Lori's dad call them? Teeny weenies. They're little teeny weenies. But America won. Why did America win the war? Because they had more teeny weenies. They could add them all up and take out a tiger. And then they had the Tiger II tank. It wasn't big enough. They made it even bigger. Things shot shells damn near big as a Volkswagen Bug.
1,000 or 10,000 neurons. So although you might only have 1,000 electrodes implanted, you could be influencing millions of neurons.
Wow. And how many influence of millions of neurons does it take to create the perfect zombie? The perfect, not the real zombies from the Night of the Living Dead, but the perfect zombies from that damn, what's the name of that movie? They broke the zombies and they were running. I hate that movie. I hate that movie because that's the only monster that got me. You know, I love zombies because zombies, as a child, you could never catch. They couldn't catch you. I used to get up in the middle of the night, go downstairs and watch that on the TV. We used to have wooden TVs back then. And I'm still only 29. Just go downstairs. The TV is about big as a car back then. with a big box around you. Click, 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 click. Turn that sucker on, watch the Night of the Living Dead because it only came on late at night. It wasn't scary because you could outrun the zombies. 28 weeks later, 28 days, 29 days later, 28, 29, something like that, the first zombies. Every government can't wait to make psychopathic killers out of the human race. And it's a French song about that, from True Blood. Psychopathic killer, qu'est-ce que c'est, ka say. And I'm not gonna sing the song because I don't even remember the song. All right, last couple comments and I'm gonna go. Mr. Kuchu, out of the frying pan into the fire. Okay, Buffon got it first, yep. Which is why I'm not, you know, I appreciate people. Does that make sense? Like, I appreciate people learning that this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, in the Democratic Party, you realize, nah, this is not it. But you're in the Republican Party, like, nope, this is not it. Nope, this is not. And you, American patriot, and you're supposed to stand up for the Constitution, Bill of Rights. You got the American flag. You realize that that's been purchased by the Rothschilds. Like, yeah, no, this ain't it. You're sitting in the Pentagon. Nope, this ain't it. That operating system jacked you up, got it wrong. The doctors, like, yeah, I came, joined this thing to save lives and save people. Like, yeah, nope, this ain't it. Like, I understand people realizing that you're in the wrong spot. But don't just jump from one spot to another. So I appreciate seeing all the new black Trump voters, but it's not a surprise to me because I knew a whole bunch of voting for it last time. They just don't like me to mention their names on camera. I am not one of them. I don't believe in slavery anymore. All right, like what's the point of jumping out of, and that's another Emancipation Proclamation, right? Yes! Yes! That song! What's the name of that song? Riley, damn it, I knew you know it because you watch crazy stuff like me. Fa, 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 fa. I'm gonna run away. What's the name of that song? Yes, the French song. I love that song. I don't know why I love a psychopathic killer. What's the name of the song? Psycho Killer? Yeah, they should play that for every election. They should play that when somebody wins. Psycho Killer. That was a great show. True Blood. True Blood was a great. I don't know why I love that song so much. I love that song, and the other crazy song I love is from The Mall, The Zombie Mall. Ooh, the new zombie show was good last night. Anybody watch that? The new Walking Dead New Worlds with the kids going to save daddy. That's a good one. We need to watch that one. That was going to be a good one. The first episode was last night. From the mall zone. When they were shooting the people in their head from the top of the mall. The zombies in the head. They played that song. What's the name of that song? Somebody, come on. Zombie. Y'all. Never mind. It's a crazy song because they're like shooting people and it's like got this funny jazzy show tune playing in the background. All right. Trauma-based mind control. Yes, Dan. Ooh, Danielle with the big words. Right, exactly. And so why in the world would you send somebody to boot camp for 6 months to beat them up, make them crawl through mud, hit them in the head, cuss them out? What's the name of that movie? Full Metal Jacket, making crazy people out of them. You don't have to do that. You said, you want to sign up, son? You want to sign up? You want to defend your country. Defend Rothschild America. Yeah, I do. I want to sign up. And all you got to do is sign up and that robot doctor come out there and in your head. I think it's funny that he admitted that this already works. Okay, so let's think about this for a minute. The Pentagon has been hiding UFOs for damn near 60 years now. 60 years now. And the only one that they're showing you that's flying in that gun camera is most likely a Chinese or a Russian one. Outdated, that's behind them by 20 or 30 years. But they're bringing you forward. If they've been hiding that, you think that they have not been hiding a way to make super soldiers? Of course they have. Of course they have. You think that he's just now working on like, yeah, we found out a way to make super soldiers to go jump out of airplanes in Russia, go kill people and whatever and come back. You think that this is new? If anybody thinks that this is new, they are crazy. These people been hiding free energy from Americans since Wilhelm Reich and Nikola Tesla. Okay? These people, hell yeah, they've been hiding ways. Now it makes you think about all the Charles Mansons, makes you think about all the people they have in prison, they're experimenting on with Big Pharma, and they come out and they murder and kill. Oh my goodness. Think about the pedophilia, hashtag save our children. Like, think about the things that people can do and you can't even fathom. How does somebody murder 8 people in a house with a knife? How do they do that? How does human beings aren't even supposed to like the look of blood, like to get a doctor to be able to do surgery, the things they got to do. I still got the cadaver scent in my nostrils. I cannot get out. Because in college, I was in the computer science building and we shared it with the physical therapist. And in between class, they just take the dead bodies out the basement and take them to their classrooms. And then we get out of our programming class and you walk in that and you smell that formaldehyde with butt juice and toe jam and armpit and dyed smells and sweats and fear and in the hallways, fill the hallway up. That's the only way you get physical therapists and doctors to do their job, is they have to constantly pull people apart, look at blood and organs and whatever. Maybe a lot of the psychopaths we see running around and stuff that they do, maybe they are more highly controlled than anything else. Maybe that's what scared DARPA. And Annie Jacobson wrote that book. Maybe DARPA realized they have the ability to make anybody a psychopathic killer while they sleep. Riley, you could be sleeping in your bed, that robot come in there, and you wake up and you Charles Manson or somebody who actually made a lot of sense in the end. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Yo, Talking Heads, yeah, it was a Talking Heads song. No, not Cranberry, not Zombies. I destroyed and murdered that song at the beginning of the show, Beaufont. Yes, I love it. Qu'est-ce que c'est? I don't know the words of no songs. That ain't no different. It's in your heart. Wait a minute. It's in your head. It's in your head. Yes, Tony Smith ran. Yep. Well, Tony did that too. Okay, yeah, it's in your head. Well, it's in everybody's head. We know that the Neuralink's going to be in your head, but also the operating system is in your head. All of our problems are in our head, which means that we find all of our problems by looking in the mirror. People, other political parties, other nations, other leaders, groups, other cults. If you are in a cult, the problem is in your mirror because the real issue is in your head. Absolutely. Smart woman. Look, organic is never subsidized. No, it's not, Christine, because they don't care about nobody's immune system. Trump said he's been educated on cuckoo virus and he'll teach us how when he's back at the War House. Ooh, Angela, stop it. Really? Absolutely. He's only a salesman? Wait, whoa. What contact tracing? Whoa. Angela, hold on, turn this down. What? Now, what'd he say? He said he's educated on cuckoo virus? So he knows that cuckoo virus, it teams up with the other diseases that have been subsidized? What did he say? Did he give a speech? A speech less than 30 seconds? A speech less than 3 minutes? Angela, I don't have a whole lot of time for these leaders, people who want to lead me. Riley says she doesn't sleep. I know she doesn't sleep. Riley is obviously a vampire. Of course she don't sleep. Vampires don't sleep. They hang upside down and think and meditate like bats. And then they fly out again. My daughter's a funeral director. Ooh, my goodness, Citizen Deb. Are you for real? Well, but that's nothing. Funeral directors ain't nothing. They don't have to get their hands dirty as much. Did I tell you the time, Citizen Deb, that I met somebody, I went on a date with a mortician? I hadn't been a few places. I didn't know she was a mortician, Citizen Deb. I had no damn idea. I had no idea. This was damn near 15 years ago. Oh my God, I'm gonna tell you what. I tell you what, Citizen Deb, I hadn't forgotten, took her off the list. There are a few women who scare the hell out of me. It's a few of them. One of them right here on Facebook. Few women scare the hell out of me. And one of them, it was that woman. It's something about that. It's something about somebody who can just like take your liver out and throw it on a tray and take out your intestine, throw that over there, inject it, stick it, start clearing that stuff out and that, not even thinking. It bothers me a little bit. I'm a little fearful. I think there's a whole list of people that I'd never date in my life. Police is one of them. FBI, CIA, any of the acronym agencies, too high in the Pentagon, and mortician. That's just no. That's just no. I need somebody that can, they're a little fearful of blood. Because you never know. Sometimes people get a text message, they get it the wrong way, take it the wrong. You know how many divorces have come out just from text messaging? You never know. Somebody might accidentally think when something come across your phone or email and you wake up and you missing a kidney or two. No, even worse, man. I'm just gonna take everything outside your balls. I'm gonna leave your balls, take everything outside. Better yet, I'm gonna put cotton in there. You wake up like, no, that was mama. She was just trying. Yeah, the mortician, she scared the hell out of me. That woman was dark. It's something wasn't there. And it's not all morticians, because you know what? Who said that? Citizen Dad. But no, I'm not prejudiced. No, it's because for my father's funeral, the funeral director was off the chart. Oh my goodness. Oh, this woman was fine. This woman was fine. I didn't know we were sitting at my father's funeral, and I wanted to cry at the same time. Ask this woman, what's your phone? It was crazy. It was out. You know what? You fine as hell. You know what? But you dead bodies and funerals, and I can't do it. It's too much. I don't know. Something about dead bodies. It's kind of like marrying an okra chef or something. Like, you can make pies out of other stuff. You ain't got to use okra woman. Like, no, she be trying to get me eating okra and stuff. All right, let me do some last couple comments about it. They should have continued with canna incense. Yeah, well, Christine, that's what I posted yesterday for everybody in church. If you had church on Sunday and wasn't nobody burning it up like 420, then you doing church wrong. You doing church wrong. Got to take it back to Eden, take it back to the original. Stop, I'm eating lunch. Ivana, it's just a human body. It's a human body. I know what you mean too, because I couldn't, goodness gracious, Walking Dead last night? No, I was eating Indian food and they started cutting and blood. It's too much for me. All right, I gotta go. Ooh, whoa, I missed something. Everything, somebody said something about a planet. What's that? Everything on this planet is connected. We yet to have to understand how. Ooh, Ivana, yes. And that's where I was trying to get into with that. I'm trying to get out of here, but y'all, this is why I don't like y'all, because deep people make you think new different directions, and you start like linking together. Like, yeah, I was thinking that. I think everything's connected through psychedelics. I do, Ivana, and I've never done them, and I'm not sure that I ever will. But that's what I would do. I would have a means of updating and putting all the creatures on the planet in sync. And so imagine if the dogs, the monkeys, the squirrels, the mice, and the humans, and everybody's eating these mushrooms on occasion or whatever, and they're all tuning in to a certain frequency. And then you can update them, say, hey, listen, you're doing this wrong. You're not supposed to be doing this. You're taking yourself too seriously. Because that's what my friends who do psychedelics say, that they go meet that lady out in the forest and other aliens and stuff. And it's like, listen, you stupid. You take yourself too seriously. You need to be calm. Feed your neighbors. Be a nice person. Question yourself. You're not really an American. You're not really a black person. You're not really a white person. You're a spiritual creature. And they get crazy and they come back like Christ and start a religion. Or better yet, they come back and try to help people. And then after you die, they start a religion because they throw out what you said because they thought you God and you were just somebody who got in tune and realized that you were the son of God and everybody's the son and daughter of God. I don't know, but everything's all connected. Let me get out of here. I think I got something from everybody. I gotta go. Free the people, that's all we need, free the people. Susan Jewell, what's that? Anyone who wants to stay in contact in case of NWO shenanigans, message me your contact info. That's a good thing to do, Susan. I'll probably send people over to my website. Over there. I need to post it. I need to find somebody who wants to post some stuff over there. Everybody want to like post some news or something. I need a way of knowing what we should talk about, but also a way to stay in sync. I just unsubscribed and subscribed back. Oh, you did, Rachel? Okay. Did you see anything pop up on the screen? Thank you, Rachel Keeler. I didn't see anything. Hang on, let me check it. Right here in the center of the screen. Y'all have seen that before, haven't you? When people subscribe, it's supposed to pop up. Hang on. Wait. Thank you for testing. I'm gonna try it one more time. Hold on. It's on automatic. I don't know why it's doing that. Authorization is there. Okay, the name of the video is wrong. Maybe that's it. Okay, there. Boom. Somebody unsubscribe and subscribe again. Or if you ain't subscribed, subscribe. And then if you don't want to be subscribed, you subscribe, unsubscribe. Like, I don't really care. I don't do this for subscriptions, but I'm curious if that'll show up. You may not want to be subscribed to me anyway. The stuff that I say, it might put you on a list. You know. I'll read a few more comments. Somebody tell me if you see a pop-up just above my head, because I can see the line is right here. You can't see it. It's right about in his nostril, right where some boogers might be. Right above that, it's supposed to do that pop-up when somebody subscribes. All right. Get on YouTube. Oh, what is YouTube, Miss Blanche? Is that new? Is that a new site? I'll check it out. Somebody summoned me. Christ, somebody summoned you? Well, thank you, the summoner. I see something. I didn't see that. Good thing for summoning Christ, which is an interesting statement within itself. When in doubt, reread Agenda 21-2030. Thank you, Miss Blanche. That's all you got to do. That's what, but people won't do it. That's all you got to say, but people won't do it. I think you figured it out. Because Miss Blanche, I was thinking about, like, why do you tell people to just not up to speed? They're still running around with a face diaper on, scared of the cuckoo virus. And it's just like, read Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030. If you read it, then you're like, yeah, okay, suppose they did this, they're going to do this, and this would happen, and they do this, they did. This is damn sure sounding like 2020. The only thing more scary than 2020 might be 2021. Hey, Jennifer Carroll's in the house. Watching the Vow noted wealthy people are eating really healthy, noted drinking carrot juice. Oh, wow, Carol, did they change? Because usually the wealthy people, they eat like crap. So it might have changed. Maybe they figured it out. Let me go down. Clifton Parks is in the house. Clifton, been a minute. Catch more flies with honeys, they say. Yeah, ooh, Clifton, go ahead. That's right. And milk and honey. Yep. That's how sustainable and unsustainable catch people. Milk and honey. You need a GerardHay.com. Thank you, Miss Blanche. I'm Poe, Miss Blanche. We don't do that in Poe. I wish I did. No, what's the name of the website? Damn it, let me make sure it's still up. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm still working on it. But it's working. It's functional. Hold on. It's up. In case anybody wants to go subscribe, that's a way you can stay in contact. I don't know. They might have taken it down. They don't like that thing. Oh, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. I posted a few things. I'mHumanX.com. As in, I'mHumanX.com. I guess I can post it. So yeah, you can do that too. I like the idea of Human X. Where was I going with that? I think that we are all Human X. You know, like Malcolm X changed his name, Miss Blanche? We're just people, right? Human X. Here we go, right here. Human X. Oh, look at YouTube's little facility. They got this live studio thing. There you go, right there. Did it pop up? I'mHumanX.com. So that's where I'll be. And I think I'm going to start posting more and more there. I didn't know if there was interest. If there's interest, we could certainly do that. And share stuff to Facebook. The good thing is I like it because, Miss Blanche, I have control over it. And I don't censor or ban anybody for anything. I appreciate everything everybody's got to say. I think the answer to hate speech is more speech. I think the answer to hate is love. Not more. Not deleting, not hiding. All right. Wise as serpents and peaceful as doves. Ooh, yes, Christ. Ain't them snakes smart? Snakes are smart. You know who's smart, Christ? The damn deer. The damn deer got me. Got me on the fence, Christ. The damn deer. I didn't mention that after I was done yesterday with the mice I need to kill in the garden because they're going to come in the house. Is the deer been in my garden every damn night, Christ? Every night. I put the fence up. And it just keep knocking it down. It's about to be some consequences for that deer. I don't know what to do about them, but I used to spray the deer fence. Deer are smart. Deer are more than smart, they're just hungry. And they like to come in and bite the tops off the tomatoes. It's the end of the year, but I'm getting the last of production. They're biting they like the pumpkin leaves. The deer like pumpkin leaves, which is a good thing for anybody who's gardening, fighting with deer, because I know next year what to do. All you have to do is start planting pumpkin outside of your fence line. They love it. They come in the yard. Like I have tomatoes and peppers and stuff everywhere. And the peppers, I plant hot peppers in between the sweet peppers. So maybe they got a hot pepper that chases away some years. But they leave the tomatoes alone. And deer love tomatoes. They love tomatoes, but they're not messing with the tomatoes, but they're just eating the pumpkin leaves. They love pumpkin leaves. And they don't even like the pumpkin so much. They're just chewing on the tops of them. I'm harvesting all my pumpkins though because I'm kind of scared that they're going to start eating them. And so pumpkin pies and zucchini bread is gonna be the thing. I don't have my beans here, but the rest of my day, I got work to do, but I'm also gonna be shucking beans. I got so many beans. Anybody, if you're hungry, grow beans, potatoes, zucchini, and you won't ever go hungry. You grow potatoes, you're gonna grow hungry. But you gotta be smarter than me. Be smarter than me. You grow potatoes, don't put them in the ground, put them in a raised bed so they're easy to harvest. All right, love y'all to death. Y'all comments are rolling. I would love to stick around, but I got slavery today. I got to go fix some, while I'm shucking peas, I got slavery to do. Last comment. I'm gonna try to end on a deep comment. If everyone started talking about how they feel, things would get better. Oh, Riley, look at you just coming on in with the whatever that was. Yes. If everybody would speak how they feel, we'd be okay. Y'all understand what she's saying? And most of y'all been around hearing me run my mouth. You understand? Speak how you feel. Don't silence other people. And it's okay if you don't like somebody else's speech. What do you do to fix it? What do? You have to listen to other people. All perspectives matter. When all perspectives matter, all lives will matter. But until then, as long as we are tribal, as long as we are cultable, nobody matters. Everybody's feelings matter. All right, this is Gerard. I gotta go. If you want to fix people's words, fix their speech, fix their behavior, just listen to what they say and fix the environment. Environment makes people until Neuralink. And when Neuralink's done, that will make people. This is Gerard. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all.